Hello, it's me. I'm on the top left, and you, the chat, are on the right there. We're back. Hello, welcome. Finally, a stream with no ooze. Yes, we are back. Oh, it's been a while. Hello everyone. Hello chat. Welcome to a nice, comfy, relaxing stream. Can you believe it? We've just spent the last 3 months streaming the Scandinavia multiplayer campaign. 3 months. Can you believe that? It lasted 11 sessions. We took one session off and had a Great War World War I session instead. So it was 3 months. Before that campaign, I was doing my single player Victoria 2 stuff that I'd been doing for a while. And now, after that campaign, we shall return to it for a while. I will go back to multiplayer and do another multiplayer campaign when I find the right one after I've taken a break from multiplayer streaming. And I think that's a very good way to do it. To just wait until I'm ready for it, wait until a really good campaign that I see comes along. But in the meantime, we continue with our very, very comfy, enjoyable single player runs, which I had been doing on Twitch previously. This is the first single player Vic2 stream on YouTube for a long, long time. Of course, I've done other past ones, stuff like that as well. I can't remember what the last one would have been on YouTube. Never did that many, but anyway. So, and if you're not used to those single player streams that I did on Twitch, because I'm introducing them to the YouTube audience now, who might not watch my Twitch streams, it is a lot comfier. I talk to chat all the time, as long as the YouTube chat window actually works. Dude, the chat is full of South Americans, time to clean house. This is the whole point. I am playing in South America. I welcome as many Brazilians as possible to play, come and watch a playthrough of their amazing country. So, I mean, okay, one thing about these single player streams is I do long intros. I just sit and chat for a while, especially for the first session, because there's a lot to introduce and a lot to talk about. One of the things to talk about would be that, you know, back in last year, at some point, I moved away from some Victoria 2 multiplayer streams last year. I guess I had some bad campaigns that weren't really that fun, and they were with groups of people that had zero banter, so it just wasn't enjoyable. So I went to do some single player to get away from the stress of that, and I did that for a very, very long time. For the latter half of 2023 and then a few months of 2024, I think. I started the Scandinavia campaign of multiplayer in March. That was the big return. The big return to YouTube streaming, because I got suspended from Twitch for 2 weeks. Oh, there's so many stories to tell, aren't there? So many stories. So I got suspended from Twitch for 2 weeks back in the end of February, start of March. And I decided, rather than waiting for the suspension to expire and then go back, I just decided to completely move to YouTube on that basis, because I was planning to do a multiplayer campaign anyway, and it had to start on the day it started. And to start the campaign on YouTube and then move back to Twitch, it would have been terrible. So we're back on YouTube. And it has its advantages. There's pros and cons to Twitch and YouTube. I don't want to get too much into those. I'm just trying to give you the rundown of where we are. So I broke that single player streak in March this year to start the Scandinavia campaign for a glorious return to multiplayer, and that campaign lasted for 12 months. We got a huge viewer count to start with, 1,300 peak viewers, which was huge, more than I've ever had in a Victoria 2 actual stream. But then of course, after the sessions go by, after people see the rehosts happening and get annoyed by that, and as people see even my country not doing so well, and people feeling like I've been hard done by diplomacy or hug boxes or whatever, which isn't always true, but I guess people don't like to see the country I'm playing do badly generally. It's like, I guess that makes people go away. And then by the end of it, you've got about 200 to 100 to 200 viewers by session 12. And it's so long. I completely understand that. I mean, the campaign is so long. It's a real slog. There's a lot of rehost fatigue. And there's a lot of just idle moments. So naturally the graph goes down. And that is absolutely fine. That is going to happen again when I do the next multiplayer campaign at some point. I was nervous the Scandi campaign was going to spiral down, but the Great Wars were fun and entertaining at least. Yeah, there was a part in session 7, or maybe mid-game. Mid-game in that campaign, I started to do really badly. I made some moves that were less than optimal. I latched myself to bad causes. And then we had some really bad sessions where things did not go well. And it seemed like that might be the end. We might just spiral down to nothing. However, session 8, 9, 10, 11, the last sessions, we came back, diplomacy shifted, and we had 3 solid Great Wars. I mean, the Great Wars did descend in the actual fun and quality of them, 1, 2, and 3, but we got out of that campaign with a decent position, got stuff back, came back, and had some good Great Wars. And that was amazing. That was great. We didn't go the way of Ethan's Burgundy, which I caused myself to happen to him. Anyway, if you do want to watch that campaign, the VODs are of course there, if you do want to slog through the whole thing. It's easier to skip the rehosts, obviously, in the VOD format, but they're still there. Some of the sessions have the rehosts timestamped so you can skip them easier. But enough of that. We are coming to a stream that won't have any rehosts unless there are technical difficulties in the mod or something. I'm looking at you, Helra, one of the TGC people. Mighty was asking earlier in the chat there how TGC runs. TGC is a bit of a demanding mod, it's big. They have some sub-mods that might help with that, so when you download TGC you'll see a lot of sub-mods. Check out the ones that might improve, you know, performance, like there's a RAM or something, I can't remember. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're limited with Victoria 2, so the performance is going to be how the performance is until OpenVic comes out. So you just have to deal with that. Single player and multiplayer, they have their pros and cons, don't they? So, and of course, this is, like I just said, the grand combination, TGC, one of the biggest, most popular mods for Victoria 2, mainly focused around single player in the vanilla world. Historical LARP and flavour is in a big way. The map, they've got a massive higher resolution map that's more detailed, and we're going to become very well acquainted with that as we play through this campaign. And they've got loads of other things. They've added some extra sorts of mechanics. There's extra buildings you can build in provinces, universities, and stock exchanges, or whatever they were. There's a lot of stuff that's really interesting. So I'm looking forward to getting into this campaign soon. When we start. You know, when I put the VOD up for this, should I timestamp out the intro that's going to last like half an hour? What do we think? What do the live viewers think of timestamping it out for the VOD crew? Of course, by the way, this VOD, when this stream is over, it will be unlisted on the main channel and then made private and then uploaded to the Spudgun archives. Obviously, I'm still going with the Spudgun archives format here. They will be going over to the archives. So if you're watching this late, after the stream has happened, on the main channel, don't be surprised if it suddenly becomes private and you stop watching. If you're watching after the stream has actually happened in real time, I recommend waiting for the VOD to come out. It will come out about 12 hours after the stream. So, there you go. People are in favour of timestamps in the chat. I think giving people the option is always fine. I probably will. Probably do it. I mean, I managed to timestamp out rehost throughout an entire session for some of the multiplayer VODs, so I think doing one intro timestamp would be pretty easy. Do the VOD people really deserve it though? Do they really deserve it? Yeah, exactly, Goose. Just a chapter for the intro. Intro and then the stream. That's all it would be. So, anyway, obviously when we started that Scandinavia campaign, we came back to streaming on YouTube. YouTube offers channel memberships and super chats, mainly for the stream support. Super chats, of course, you can see them there, your one-off thing. Text-to-speech is back for the single-player streams. And of course, unlike the multiplayer ones, I can thank and respond to them in real time. And I don't have to worry about waiting for rehosts and stuff like that. No worries at all. We are very laid back here. So And memberships, of course, is a great way to support the channel. You get access to the emotes such as the soy that Next Viper just posted. Have you ever played with the Rio Grande Republic there in South Brazil? No. No, I haven't even played... I don't know. I haven't played TGC enough. And I haven't played the Rio Grande thing even in like HPM or HFM where it also appears, I think. Who knows, maybe that's worth playing after as well if it has a lot of flavour and LARP in its own right. Who knows? Who knows? Does TGC have PDM? No, not really, no. No, it doesn't have anything from PDM, I think. Do you love Brazil? Yeah, why not? Why not? It depends how well they're going to treat me in this campaign. Well, we can get rid of the intro text. We're going to maybe start playing soon. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody in the chat there saying something about the Scandinavia campaign. The campaign is over. I can't talk about my plans in it in real time or present tense. It's over. Rasmus, thank you very much for the 50 DKK Danish kroner. Thank you. How much is 50 DKK in pounds? Let's get the currency analysts. That's something I love about YouTube streaming, by the way. Every super chat comes through in the person's own currency, so we get a wide variety of currencies. And sometimes we have to research what it is and how much it actually is in the currency in my own currency. I love it. Don't kill Paraguay, please. I'll send you a Brazilian real. Well, I greatly appreciate the Brazilian currency. It's worth £500. Oh yeah, of course. I think I know that the Danish currency is quite a high currency. It's quite high, like 10, 15 times pounds. That's all I know, roughly. Right, let's lower the size of chat in preparation to maybe start playing soon. But I cannot guarantee that we will start playing soon because we love our long intros here. That is going to be the normal size of chat, more or less, there. When are you going to start the gameplay? I just answered that. The Cabanos Rebellion was when Portuguese Guiana joined Brazil. Ah, well, yeah, we're at war with two countries at the start of this. So we'll figure out what, we'll figure out what that means and how to deal with it soon.
Giving scenario consensual, love olhos.
Thank you. By the way, the text-to-speech, which applies to member messages and super chat messages, is Portuguese. Of course, it's the classic. I've had that for years. Portuguese text-to-speech is back, guaranteed. If you give a super chat or a membership, you will get it read out in Portuguese, or a Portuguese accent speaking English. 5 DKK is not even a pound. Well, 50 DKK is worth 10.97 Australian dollars. Well, we're getting closer, figuring it out. Thank you very much, Late Arts, there for the 1 Brazilian real. Thank you. Appreciated. Muito apreciado, as they might say in Portugal and Brazil. I don't know. So, few of us already said it, but I guess we should have been clearer. I missed it. I absolutely missed it. It was £5.70. Okay. Very good. It was about 10 divided by 10, roughly. Yeah. And there's another super chat. Thank you. 5 Polish złoty this time. PLN is one that I remember. I know that that's Polish złoty, as they call it. There we go. Thanks, guys. Enough for a beer, at least. Not enough for a Danish beer, I've heard. Are your drinks expensive at your bars? It's definitely enough for a pound. Enough for a pint in Scotland. Not in London. But I don't know about Denmark. A beer is around 50 DKK. Okay. I just hear that some of these countries, Nordic countries, have quite a bit of extra things cost a bit more. I mean, at least beers and things and bars cost a bit more. Pie told me that it's really, really expensive in New Zealand, drinking. I hope you make 1 million Argentinian pesos. Well, who knows what the fuck is going on with Argentinian pesos? I mean, 1 million Argentinian pesos could be £1 for all I know. So, shall we start Nobel cartography? Nah, look, for this playthrough, I'm going with the normal TGC map. We're not going to, I haven't installed, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, have you not noticed? Has no one noticed anything about Brazil here? I have installed another TGC sub mod. It's a sub mod that's in the extra submods folder, right? It's not even in the main folder, this one. This is, if I can get the name right, let me get the name technically right. Just going into my mods folder. This is called the TGC Countries Endonymic Localization. Endonym. Get fuck off! Don't use endonymic localization. That hasn't been updated in so long. Come on, I'm using it. Come on. Endonymic. There's exonyms and endonyms, some of these linguistic terms. I know that an exonym is another country's name for a country in its own language. You know what I mean? So Brazil, spelt with a Z, is the English exonym for Brazil. They spell it with an S. So the English Brazil with a Z is an exonym, because it's like external, another country's name. Whereas the endonym, and I don't know why it's endonymic, I don't know where the end comes from, but that would be, well, however they pronounce it, Brazil or something like that. They've got a strange pronunciation down here in this country. Z. Are we bringing out some of the fucking Bavaria series banter about the letter Z? Endo is outside like endoskeleton. Wait, did I get that the wrong way round then? Because endo is outside. Therefore X is the inside one, right? Exonym. Wait, no. This mod is called the endonymic localization. The mod has it wrong then. Because, no, fuck me. Who knows these things? I mean, we have to Google, we have to figure this out. We're going to figure this out once and for all. Here we are. I found simple Wikipedia. So exonym and endonym. In the simple English Wikipedia, an exonym is a name of a person, a people group, language, or place used by people in other places and languages. An endonym is a name of a people a certain place call themselves. Exo is out, endo is in. That's what I think I originally had it. Thank you very much, Kay, for the 2 months of channel membership. Thank you so much for your kind message in that as well. I appreciate it. So, for example, the endonym of Germany is Deutschland, because that is what Germans call their country. They call themselves Deutsch. But we call the Netherlands Dutch. That's our exonym for the Netherlands. But the Netherlands endonym is Nederlands. They call themselves Nederlands. So, endonyms and exonyms can get all really, really mixed up sometimes. The Gallic endonym, no, the Gallic exonym for English people is Sassane, which means Saxon. Anyway. I see some of the YouTube viewers here are not quite used to how these single player streams work with me. God, none of you have seen the old fucking Twitch streams we did in single player. This is what it's like. Just fucking deal with it. And you know, one of the reasons for it is that single player Victoria 2 is, you know, it's single player Victoria 2. it's not quite as engaging and amazing and, you know, all consuming as multiplayer. So in order to make it more interesting for myself and stuff like that, I go on tangents and I look things up. We do that. We have the time for it. I mean, you know, the Scandinavia campaign lasted 12 sessions, so, you know, maybe this campaign will last 12 sessions as well. Except only about 2 hours of those are the actual game. And the other fucking 100 hours are the just looking up what exonym and endonym mean. Anyway, a Brazil stream without football. Well, okay, one of the things I had on those Twitch streams was I would put the football tag. I would put the football tag on the streams and I would talk about football and we would have a football related sub alert. Oh, I have to explain the lore. I have to explain all of that. VOD viewers might be the same. VOD viewers might remember everything. But that you don't get to put tags and things like that on YouTube. It's not the same. You can put you just put the game, which is Victoria 2, and that's it. What's your favourite Brazilian player and Brazilian team, Spud? Oh, well, I'm not really that into football nowadays. I used to be into it more. And I remember Ronaldinho and people like that in that era. So, okay, right, let's actually look at the game a bit. I'm not saying I'm going to unpause yet, but we're going to look at the country. We've got a 30k stack of units down here with a 1-1 general. And that is my entire army. There we go. That's it. That's the army. We're at war with two countries. One of them is the Cabanos, red flagged nation here, with 9k. We're also at war with Rio Grande do Sul, or however they say it. They would call it the República Rio Grande, or something like that. Wouldn't they, Brazilians? Come on, Brazil. Vamos, Brazil. Faz alguns gols. Yeah. Real. Did you just give me a Real super chat? Okay. I want to look at some of the endonyms. Wait, which way round was it again? Wait, I just need to... An exonym is used by the place of other country. Yeah, endonym is internal, which means it's their own name. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so the endonym is what they call themselves. So, Rossiyskaya Imperia here for Russia. We've got Da Chingguo. Oh, I don't know what the tones are on that. But I know that Guo means country, and Qing is Qing, like the dynasty. And Da, I don't know what that means. Do we have any Chinese LARPers in the chat? And you want to know another amazing side note? Da is big or great? Okay. You want to know another amazing side note? I think I might have the image for it here, actually. I might have the image on the computer here. Hold on. Yes. EU5. Project Caesar. Guess what they're putting on Chinese names? Some of you might not give a single fuck, but I give a single fuck. They're putting the tones in EU5. Look at that. They've got the little tone markers in pinyin. So we can at least know how to pronounce them. We won't know what they mean or the symbol or anything, but we'll actually be able to say yuan or what's that one there? Sia. It's going down. That's the lower tone. And the dongguan at the bottom there, it's got the middle tone dong and goan, you know, up and down. Look, I'm only joking, by the way. I can't actually pronounce them well, but that's just an approximation. The lines show which way the tones go. Anyway. Wugaroo, that's also possibly true. However, that's not related to the Chinese name here. Do they give tones for Greek, though? Does Greek have tones? Anyway, what's Japan called here? What the fuck? By the way, Japan is always notorious in TGC for its province shapes. I remember looking at that like the first time I played TGC. Well, Greek having tones, that's the first I've ever heard of it. I think he's lying. So the whole Japan here is called Tokugawa Bakufu. The Ottoman Empire is called Devlet I Aliyah e Osmaniye, Kaisertum Österreich, Königreich Preußen, Royaume de France. Oh my god. Konungariet Sverige, or something like that. Fucking. I'm not even going to touch Denmark. Probably pronounced or something like that. And fucking Reino de España. Oh god, yeah, the United Kingdom. Oh. Well, I don't think endonymic means just expanding out to the full title of the country. I don't think that's necessary. Thank you, Charlie, by the way, for the $5 super chat. And I'll hope, yeah, hope you catch the VOD. Glad to hear it. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, exactly, Goose. Denmark sounds like fucking Denmark. That's what they sound like. I swear to God, that's what Danish sounds like. Aren't you Danish? Anyway, so, wait, what? United Kingdom of Great Britain and its territories? What?
Hope the stream goes well. I look forward to catching the VOD tomorrow.
Shouldn't it just be the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland? That would be the full title. You don't even... Endonymic has nothing to do with full titles anyway, does it? Estados Unidos Mexicanos. We're going to have to get used to the Spanish names because that is literally all we've got around us. Got some interesting ones in Africa here. I'm not going to say any of them, by the way. You know, I'm not going to say any of them. It's just not going to go well. I'm going to get it wrong. There's Iran. Ah, you know, now this is curious. The name of the Ottoman Empire is very similar to the name of Persia. Were the Ottomans really LARPing as Persians by taking like Persian words for the name of their country and stuff like that? Thank you, the Big Smell, for the 10 months super chat. Not super chat, membership. Thank you. Yeah, they were LARPing. I know the Ottomans like to take a lot of Persian words. Are you, so Sidetracker saying the Persians LARPed as the Turks on this one. Which way round is it, guys? Yeah, the endonym should be England. Yeah, you're right. Oh shit, this is controversial. This Polish country here has been given the Russian endonym because it's fucking Congress. Tsarstwa Polskoye. Oh, Serbia, Serbia, Tsara Romaneska, Tsara Moldovei, and stuff like that. What else is there? Regno de. Oh my god, they've put. Oh my god, they've got either Sicilian or Napolitano here. I think that's Napolitano. There's a fucking Lang Focus video about Neapolitan I watched lately. Thank you, Friendly Merchant, for the 4 months of membership. Welcome back, Friendly Merchant, by the way. Hello. And, oh my god, oh, the LARP has been taken to the absolute maximum. They fucking put Latin as the endonym for the fucking Papal States. Oh my god. This is the maximum LARP. I don't think we can go any higher than that. What about releasable countries? Oh god, who knows? I don't want to know about the releasables. Well, maybe we'll see them if they actually get released later. I know there's gonna be a Hungarian revolt, so that's something to look forward to, right? Fucking Status Ecclesiasticus. Oh my god. Regno di Piemonte, Sardegna. Fucking Gran Ducato di Toscana. I'm not even going to try the Arabic ones. There are some languages that I'm pretty good at pronouncing, and there's some that I'm not. Arabic is one that I'm not, unless we get Spambot in here to say it for us. Oh. Okay. Verenicht. Can't see the whole name. Can't see it. Where do you get to see the whole name? Koninkrijk der Netherlands, probably. Protectorate Hanover. Kinnerreich Bayern. Have they got a Bavarian LARP in here? Show Greece? Oh, it exists. Basilion tis Eladas. Hover over a province. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Verenigd Koninkrijk der Nederlanden. Release Occitania. Right, give me a break. Okay, no. What's this? This is also Russian, I think. Livlandskaya Gubernia. They've gone with a sort of J approach here, but a Y approach here. That's inconsistent. Can you please update the endonymic mod to keep it consistent? You've got Y's in the Russian country, but J's here. It's all over the place. And then the fucking Finnish puppet is Finnish and not Russian. But that's actually accurate because the Finns had a lot of self-governance in the Russian Empire, isn't it? So these are the Suomen Protektorati. They're good. Oh, there's another Danish classic. There's your Danish. Alright, okay, like, should we play the fucking game? Okay. These names are interesting. I'm fucking soy-facing at all the languages because I fucking love this stuff. But look at the German Polish. Okay, yeah, let's do it. This is Posen. Protektorat Poznan. Wait, hold on a minute. That's Poznan. It's Polish. They would call it Posen. Alright. Brazil. We're playing Brazil here. Let's just do some basic mechanical things. Let's just get Bahia as our most populous state. And that's... which one? Bahia. This one here, right? This one. These are the culture map mode. So, alright, let's look at the pops. Let's analyze the country. Right. Oh yeah, no H. Yeah, that's right. Bahia, yeah. Anyway, right. Bahia. So, Império do Brasil. Wow. So, Afro-Brazilians outnumber Brazilians. Is this real, chat? Did the Brazilians actually take in more slaves than they had people themselves? 40%. But not all of them are slaves, actually. It's only 26 that are enslaved. And yeah, look, we're going to get straight in. We're going to get into the issues. You can't have a Brazil playthrough without half the decisions are about it, right? There's no way we're going to avoid slavery. We're just going to have to go all in and talk about it, even if the VOD gets limited monetization, right? Okay, we just have to go there. And we're going to deal with it respectfully. We're going to deal with it head on, but we're just going to play it and talk about it normally, as if it's just, you know. Can we see African names? No. I already did them. I already showed. I already panned around it. Okay, Arthur, good point. You tell that to the TGC people and see if they update this old endonym mod. Brazil took in 10 times more slaves than the 13 colonies did. Wow. But they, when did they abolish it? Okay, well, I don't want to get into the actual historical discussion of it. I'd rather just talk about it in the game. Do you like TGC? Great question. No, I absolutely fucking hate it, which is why I'm playing it. No, I'm joking. I like it, yes. 1888. Ah. Well, there you go. Everyone knows. They slowly made reforms until abolishing it without a civil war. Well, I think that is what a lot of these decisions are all about. So if I were to just, for example, click on this. Freeing Brazilian-born slaves is the next natural step towards abolition. It's step by step. If you see the decision here, the text actually says at the bottom, this will improve the economical landscape for abolition. This mod has part of the Brazil rework, the LARP, the lore, allows you to do it gradually. And then the golden law is the actual abolition. But it says, it warns you here. It warns you. You might not be able to see it for the chat entirely. But it warns you that if you're not prepared to abolish it, it's going to be beyond dreadful. And you know those red warnings there? They almost make me want to do it just to see what happens. Like, how bad is it? What do they do? Well, it's kind of impossible. Actually, you can do it after ideological thought. You can just straight up do it. Damn. I'm curious. I'm curious. And then, of course, we got take over Paraguay. Remember someone earlier in the chat said, don't conquer Paraguay, please, with like puppy eyes. Please don't conquer us. Look, mate, we got a whole decision for it. We got a whole decision for it. And if it's got a decision, we have to do it. And then the United Kingdom of Portugal, Brazil, and the Algarves. State and government stability is 50. And we can form Brazil, Portugal, which I'm going to try and do. Fuck it. We're going to try and do it. Well, I can't answer your question about GFM, Fourth Kaiser, because I've never played GFM. So, I'm not the one to ask, I suppose. There's probably other people who know more. So we got more decisions. So, as well as the options and utility, which I will sort out a little bit before we start, there's stuff here about the Emperor. Like, our prince is too young to rule. We can replace him. I wouldn't even know what to do there. And we got negotiate peace with the Farapos, which, I mean, who's the Farapos anyway? Is it the Cabanos? I don't think it is. It's got a different name. So the Farapos must be a different one. Somewhere else. Maybe. People are saying, don't kill Pedro. Farapos. Okay, they're the Farapos. Oh my god, they're the Rio Grande do Sul. They're the Farapos. Okay. How would I have known without like 20 Brazilian people advising me in the chat and what's going on? That's the advantage of streaming it. These are the Farapos. As you can tell by their name of their country, the culture, the name. Okay, actually, there is a way I could have determined it, ladies and gentlemen. The name of their army. So it is possible. It's spelt slightly differently. They're called the Exército dos Farroupilhas. Bencho, I don't know how you'd pronounce it. Wasn't this a Republican revolt led by Garibaldi? Fucking Garibaldi? Was this his trial run or something? The alias suffix is close to the er in English. So an alias is like the doing suffix. No one, don't make any jokes in the chat. But yeah, it's like if you are an er of something, you're doing it, right? If you're a player, you're playing. So if you're a Farroupilhas, you're a Farroupiler, and you go around Farroupiling everyone, right? You're doing it. Will you unpause before ending the stream, mate? This is the prologue stream. This is just the introduction stream for 4 hours, and we're to play it on the second stream. No, I'm joking. I will unpause, but not anytime soon. And, you know, in all seriousness, there is a lot of setup you have to do in TGC, actually. I mean, there's mechanics I have to learn, and there's actually setup. Wait. So, Eduardo says that Revolta dos Farapos is the Ragamuffin Revolt. What a specific translation. Right, hold on. I'm going to Google Translate that. Okay. So what the fuck were they again? Farah... Is that what they were? You got a Farroupilho. What was it? No, I'm translating it from Portuguese. Farroupilho. Can we get that again? Farroupilhas. Someone in the chat's Farapos. Tatters. Rag. So it's like ragged clothes, tattered clothes, rags. Or, I don't know where you get the a muffin from though. How do you add a muffin into that? Wait. Muffin.
Muffin.
Muffin. Sonho. Sonho. Muffin. I'm joking, by the way, that's actually a pun. So, anyway. Those are the Farapos, and we can negotiate with them. Maybe. Since their main reasons to revolt were economical, we may be able to make amends and establish a common ground. Okay. I bet that's what the British were thinking in 1775. Okay, that's not how it works. They don't actually care about the economic stuff. That's just a pretense, okay? They just want power. Right? We all know this, right? We're all way ahead of the curve on that. So I'm going to send my army down to meet the ragamuffins. Do I have... I've got a 3 defense general, a 2 attack. So I've got better generals than this bloke. I've got good generals. Minus 25% speed. I'm just going to put the 2 attack on and probably attack them. So, these people are still slavery states, and this isn't about freedom of slavery or anything. This is just 2 slave countries fighting each other. So it's like, you know, if the CSA broke off of the USA and then 2 different CSA countries fought each other, right? This is 2 slave states fighting each other over who has the better slaves or something. Right. So, if I take this decision, that gets rid of Pedro. And if I just leave it and turn it off, that keeps Pedro. Okay. Negotiating peace can be attempted here. Multiple failed attempts can make the situation worse. We'll look at that later. The Eusebio de Queiroz law. This is the first law towards banning slavery. Okay. And I'm allowed to do it now. Given the current situation, it's reasonable to ban the Atlantic slave trade. This will be one of the many steps towards and mindful abolition. This will restrict the slave flow into our country. So this prevents us taking any more. And this makes people militant, and it improves the economical landscape for abolition. And it means I cannot do another slavery law for 5 years. You get a 5-year cooldown. So obviously, yes, I'm going to go towards abolishing it, yeah. So I'm going to do this one. I mean, I wonder if you don't abolish the trade, can you actually keep getting them? Is there a way that the mod actually does that? Do they actually allow you to import more? Because like this, the slavery mechanic in Vic 2 isn't like fleshed out or anything. You can't ever really get more or import them in the way that they did in real life. What's government stability? Good question, because that's another entire mechanic we have to talk about. Government stability is a mechanic they've added in this mod. So, yes, that means an even longer intro. Potential slave build for Max Pops. No, the Max Pops should be immigration. We should go for immigration. You passively import them. There's an event that increases them by 10% every 5 years. Okay, so there is. Thank you for explaining. You can keep importing them. Once you ban the slave trade, you can still get them at an infamy cost. This is crazy. Wait for some infamy to utilize the -1. True. True. I can agree with that. Right. We got an explanation of the Farapila War. So, Brazil is doing free trade with Uruguay and Argentina, importing their cattle, while taxing the Rio Grande's cattle ranchers, so they couldn't compete. Fair enough. I sympathise with them, actually. Really, that is really fucking them over. TGC also has slave pop growth by means of human reproduction, unlike vanilla. So the pops grow anyway. Justify on a country in Niger Delta to use their infamy. Okay. No. I don't really want to. I'm not going to play optimally here or anything. Really. I'm going to do things, but nothing crazily optimal or stuff like that. Also, look at the location of the port. It's really up the river a bit there. Anyway, any more decisions? Question the monarchy can be done if we get a liberal government with low stability and if we're at peace. And that would be good for immigration, I guess. So we're going to look at the options. Dismantle Brazil. Disable extra flavor. No. No, we keep most of it the same. I want to... you can enable and disable money hoarder now. What I want to get rid of is army mutinies and stuff like that. Show global pop production, choose a tech school. Those are just extras. Our current tech school is we don't have one. And we have shit tech. Am I actually allowed to choose a tech school? Return cores. Yeah, but I don't meet any of the requirements for any of them, which is understandable. Right, so that does it for the decisions. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to actually playing. We've done a national focus. We're going to sort the budget. Just put everything up for now. Actually, we probably don't need to fund a navy. It's really just expensive. I recommend bypassing American Civil War requirements. It almost never happens historically if you don't. I don't really care about what happens up in the USA historically. Right. The majority coup, don't get rid of Dom Pedro. It actually puts him in power. Historically, we did it when he was 14. Okay, right. So, you're telling me... So currently he's basically got a Regency Council, but this law here would actually put him in charge now. So we can put him in charge early in this decision. Anyway, where's our government stability? They've replaced plurality with it. That's what they did. So that's our stability there. 45%. They've gotten rid of plurality and replaced that with a new mechanic, government stability. Political cohesion, control. It's a bit like a Hoi 4 mechanic or something like that. So last thing we should do here, well, let's build a couple of armies. Let's see if we can actually build. See if we can actually build that, which I'm a bit doubtful of. The Rio Grande army is probably more of a threat because it's bigger and they're not sieging down random Amazon rainforest. So let's choose attack. I think there is also a pop growth one here. Let's just get Malthusian thought, shall we? Yeah, we got to start getting that literacy and all that. So, are we ready to unpause? How long have we actually been streaming? What's the uptime? I think it's been nearly an hour. And you know what? I'm fine with that. 50 minutes, 52 minutes, I think, for me. Brilliant. I'm absolutely fine with that. Welcome to my single player streams. That's how it is. So, I think I'm ready to unpause. We will probably get bombarded with some kind of event on day 1 or 2. Probably. Right? No? Some kind of intro event? Nothing like that? Ah, the First Minister. Okay, what have we got here? Successful industrialist, factory owner cost, factory throughput +5. That doesn't really mean much because I don't think we have any factories. No, it wouldn't matter. In fact, it's bad because it reduces farm size or something. Economy's bad, but that's understandable. I think with my +2 attack, this is a grassland hill for 1 defense with a river as well. Do I just attack with my +2 attack, or do I try and cheese it and make him attack me with my 3 defense? You actually have a way of getting a piece of Angola. Well, don't walk me through absolutely everything. Let me just play it. Oh! Ah, look, there we go. We can import people. 0.1 infamy. Bad prestige. We can increase that by 4%. I can trade them in. This will worsen the political landscape for abolition. But you know what? In Victoria 2, it's all about having pops. So let's get more pops. How many am I going to get? 1.46 million goes up to 1.47 million. We did it. This worsened the landscape for abolition. By the way, thank you Isopropyl for the £2.50. Appreciate it. Let's do a certified AI cheese. I'm feeling it. Yeah. They will attack me even with 15k.
Nice to see the single player is
21st of February. Certified AI cheese. Let's do it. He attacks me. It's not really a cheese. I mean, look, they really need to win this battle in order to get their cattle. So, 20th of February I start moving. You know how it is. And the casualties. Look at that roll though. Look at the roll they got. Nice. Very, very good. There we go, that's better. And then the reinforcements come in. We're 5-0 up. We don't get any immigrants during war. We're 5-0 up against them. There we go, that's it. Now we take the general, put the 2 attack on it. They arrive. Don't arrive same day, give them a chance to get there first so I can attack them. Uruguay, why do you keep telling me to mobilize? What's the point? I can actually build troops. Right, let's see how this one goes. This is where things could get bad. He doesn't have a defense stat though, that's good, and we got a decent roll. Okay, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I think we're going to make it. We're going to beat the Rio Grande do Sul. Thank you for letting me know, Sidetracker. Maybe I will play France someday. And we're going to follow up to the capital. We've got an alliance with Chile. That's nice. Why not? Maybe we should try negotiating peace. I wonder if the decision takes into account how much we're thrashing them in the football. Look at that roll as well, there you go. Okay, I just slapwhacked their army. Worm is telling me that it does take into account how the war is going, so yeah, now is the time to negotiate. The Farapos have proposed a treaty, which is honestly outrageous. A treaty like that will need deep constitutional change, tax reforms, and is straight up outrageous. They're too well, looks like it doesn't take into account the actual army situation. So if I accept, I cannot tax people very well for 10 years. And everyone gets... I lose stability? To hell with this. To hell with it. So it takes into account occupations and not the military situation. How about we actually rally point it up there? This is going to be the army that deals with the, what are they called again? They're called the Cabanos. We're going to deal with them. Immigration obviously not happening, USA getting that. There is a minus 80% while we're at war. So when we're at peace, we'll see how well the immigration goes. Thank you for the occupation mathematics, Nicholas. However, I can't be bothered, and I will just continue to use this entire stack to siege down this country. Cabanos, Polish sausage. Thank you. I had no idea. Wait, did I lose a province? What? Did they not start with that? They took my land? Did it just happen? Did that just sort of happen without an event popping up? Wow. They thought they could get away with that. They thought they could get that without me noticing. Look, it produces cattle. They got their fucking cattle. That's all it is. I'm going to go and siege this one though, because it's constructing a brigade. Oh, time to roll a general. Time to roll a general. Let's see what we get. John Grenfell, real? Oh, this must be LARP, a British person. We rolled a shite general. Oh, Farapos are pushed back. Yes. Yes. Oh yes. We got a province back. What's this? Granted statehood. Oh, extend slavery or not? We got a new state of Rio Grande do Sul. Well, yes, I'm going to extend it. It was already there. I'm not doing anything. I'm not changing anything. So they took one, but I got one back. We're even. We're even. That's a micro province. They've got a fucking micro province, guys. They've got a TGC classic right here. Invernada, which is Brazilian for Inverness. We got another province back. Invernada. So, we're importing more? Yes, I'm bringing in more pops. I do want to bring in more pops. 30 ragamuffins in that province. Yeah, 30. Oh shit. Oh god! Why don't I have org on that army? Escaped slaves. Oh god. What do I do about the escaped ones? Look at this move. I did not realise what was going on here. They attacked me without a commander. But I have no org. What the fuck? I should have had my 3 defense on it. So we've got escaped slaves. There aren't any free states in this entire country, are there? So it's not like we have to deal with an American fugitive slave law situation, because everywhere wants to go and hunt them down. So, you know, it's not going to be as much a problem as it was in America, you know. Don't let them form thingies. So they have formed a quilombo. What's a quilombo in this province? Oh, it says it right there. A settlement made up of former slaves in hard-to-reach places. Okay. All the Brazilians are loving this. This is stuff they learned at school, right? They did entire class projects on the quilombos. They went on a school trip out into the mountains to find an old quilombo and everything. I have no idea what's going on. We unironically did, he says. You did? Yes, I did go on a school trip to a quilombo. I just made that up though. You didn't actually. Come on. Well, so Franca. This is the place where it's happening. Franca. The place only has a population of 6,000 anyway. And there's only Only 3% of that is slave Afro-Brazilian. Actually, let's go even deeper on this province. How many are actually slaves? None of them. Fucking none of them. There aren't any slaves here. The Afro-Brazilians that are there are free. There's no slaves. It's not happening. This is a lie. They all escaped. Well, but the Pops wouldn't take that into account, would it? Bold of you to think that Afro means slave. I'm not saying it means slave. I'm saying, well, which population was it that was historically enslaved in Brazil? Was it the fucking Germans? No, it wasn't, was it? Come on. Was it that fucking goalkeeper? What's his name? He plays for fucking Liverpool or something? It wasn't him. It wasn't that guy. He wasn't enslaved. The German guy. But no, I'm not. People are telling me that. No, you don't get the point. You don't get the point. You don't get the point. Yes, not all of the Afro-Brazilian people in this country are slaves, but all the slaves in this country are Afro-Brazilian. The Japanese, fuck off. They didn't enslave Japanese people here. Come on. Don't give me that. Do we have Japanese Pops yet? We've got Yoruba. Oh, so there are still actually like African cultures here that haven't like become quote unquote Afro-Brazilian like Portuguese speakers. So they've still got, that's really interesting. Yanomami? No, that's not Japanese, although it sounds a bit like it. Those are just some native Pops of some description. Japanese immigration in Brazil only started in the 20th century. Come on. Right click the slave pop in the pop menu. Yeah, I just want to look through the whole thing. We already do have Germans. We already have Germans, but they are assimilating. 2p. We got some 2ps. I just want to look through the whole list. We've got Portuguese people who are assimilating, Lower German. That is some big attention to detail, I suppose, that they actually have like Portuguese, German, and Yoruba people in day one. I don't think Vanilla Vic 2 has that, does it? Like, it doesn't have current immigrants, but you'll get immigration later. So, okay, I'm getting told by chat that they did, in fact, have Japanese slaves. Congo, Arawak, Amazonian, and then Afro-Brazilian. So if I do go to the slaves now, they are... Oh, wait a minute. No, that didn't just select them. I have to sort by type and then go to them. This stream is 100% getting limited monetization, by the way. We just have to accept that. As a VOD. As a VOD. Where are they? Where are the slaves? In the list. Bureaucrat, artisan, soldier, Yanomami are indigenous people. Yeah. I crossed them out. Right. So deselect all and then select slave. Yeah, got you. Do we have any? Yeah, we have them. We have Afro-Brazilian, but we also have African cultures. That does confuse things a little bit. But there's no one here you wouldn't expect. Right? There's no one there you wouldn't expect. They are all, unfortunately, African. Tragic. No Japanese. So... Lots of fun facts about Brazil coming out in the chat there, but I cannot respond to them all because we have to deal with the issue at hand. We are going to... I mean, this... We only get a negative modifier in this tiny province, right? So we're going to find them. We're going to find them. I fucking lost that battle, but I didn't take many casualties, so it doesn't really matter. We will just replenish the organization of this army. Spud, can you explain what the purpose of an officer pop is? They contribute towards the leadership number. You could call it mana, I guess. So they provide leadership, which you then turn into generals and admirals. The Farapos are pushed back again. Boom. We took their capital this time. Now let's go and siege the micro-province. We can't forget it. The micro-province, by the way, which is mostly Argentinian. Mostly Argentinians live here, out of the, like the 30 people there. Another one, boom. Try to negotiate? Well, I mean, yeah, true, it probably would work well this time. Wait, no? That's shit. It requires deep tax and protective tariffs to support their meat production. Of course I can do better than this. Wait, they attacked again up here? Okay, they're going crazy. I think that was a newly built brigade. Let's get out of the rainforest. Right, people there talking about stuff you could do with officer pops. Look up a video on my channel called The Rise of the Nogai Horde. The first Nogai Horde video with Frank. In that mod, God of Cheese made it so that officers could be built into units. It was a disaster and it was weird and horrible. Now we push them back again. We are farming government stability from this. You know, it would be a really good exploit to like let them gain back their land and then annex it again to farm up that government stability. I feel like doing that. But, you know, we already killed their army. Their capital city is now the micro-province. Okay, we don't get any supplies. I don't think our army here is ever going to get organization. What I'm going to do is just go and siege down the enemy here and annex them directly, I think. The micronation between you and Uruguay, that is just the province, the micro-province, which now became the capital of Rio Grande do Sul. Cattle farmers. There's a link to Bjornia there, because remember in the Bjornia playthrough, there was something about all the Bjornian cattle farmers. Right, now I can just annex them. Boom. We do extend that, because everyone would be pissed off if I didn't. So we just won that one. That's it. We killed the rebels. Rio Grande do Sul is gone. Now the only one left is these clowns up here. I just rolled another 3 defense. This time with 40% speed. And I'm going to take him, because he will get to the fucking enemy country a lot faster with his speed. The end of the Farupila! Look at that. Brilliant. So we can either honor the dead, or we can hopefully they learn their lesson. But everyone in my cores will gain militancy if I honor the dead, or if I make them learn the lesson. No, it's only them. Only they get militancy from this. Right. I'll take the higher one. Isn't spamming militancy to... Well, yeah. But that's only for that little region anyway. 1 hour, 1 year. Well, this is a single player stream. I've said this before in my single player streams, but I have to reiterate it. I don't play quickly. I don't play to blast through the campaign as fast as possible. Like I was playing Alice or some shit. I like to take it slowly. I like to take my time, enjoy it, talk to chat, look up random tangents. And I'm glad to be bringing that over to the YouTube audience now. The Twitch audience knew it very well, but this is your first exposure to it, and I've seen a lot of messages in chat questioning it. People don't know. Hello, MKulture Fondler. You know, people don't know the format too well yet, but they're going to get used to it very quickly. We love it. Ignore the Zoomers. Were you here for my Twitch streams, or did you watch the VODs? Just getting a random sample of chatters. Plus, yeah, the guy who called out the 1 year for 1 hour situation was being very disingenuous, because I had it paused for about 50 minutes of that, so it was actually more like 1 year for 10 minutes. Mostly VODs plus YouTube streams, Pizza Man. So yeah, obviously most of you... Right, I'm going to make a poll actually. I just want to know something. How many of you in the chat right now watched my Twitch streams quite regularly when I streamed on Twitch? Let's see how much of a different audience it really is. Don't count VODs, just live viewers here, okay? VOD people can chime in later with their thoughts on the comments. Just want to see what you, all you watching live now, did watch live. Okay. Doomlord, I remember you do. Obviously there's some names that I remember. Some people are the same person with a different username, but there are people with usernames I remember, of course, like Doomlord. And Isopropyl and stuff. Flynn, I think you as well, I remember, and we had people. But obviously there's lots of other people here that I don't remember from Twitch, like MK Ultra, Fondler. We pushed back the Cabanos as well, and you know what that means? They lost their fucking brigade. They lost their fucking brigade, and I've got it. Next, but I was in had a different name. About 75, 3/4 did not watch. That's the result. I had a different name, didn't want my activities to be traced. I subbed on Twitch for a month, but I hate Twitch. Understandable, have a great day. Right, Twitch is shite anyway. Twitch is really shite. Oh, we got another one of these. Where is it now? Santana. Oh. Santana de Brejos. Over here, 24k pops. Oh, this is a very interesting state. What? Okay, I still didn't have slave selected. So what have we got here? 44% of this province are slaves, which is the majority of the Afro-Brazilian population. We've got a massive amount of Tupi people here. If you place troops in the Quilombo province, you can clean them out. Oh my god, what a mechanic. This is literally Apocalypse 1836. We have to go to Franca first and get rid of that Quilombo. When can I expect to hear the Spudgun thoughts on the new batch of Tinto Talks? Good question. I haven't got any plans for that. I'm thinking of making a video rather than a stream on it, but maybe I will just end up doing a stream at some point. Because making a video takes a lot of time. So yeah, we're going to find them, right? There's the end of the poll, and it reached exactly 75% no. So what I've got here is I've taken across some of my Twitch viewers who used to watch my Twitch streams, single player streams regularly. But the vast majority of people, it's new. You didn't watch these back then. Now let's also get the other Colombo, which was in this province. So the TGC people did this, by the way, not me. Don't blame me for this, but the TGC people have made Apocalypse 1836 mechanics for slaves. And I'm not saying I agree with that. I actually strongly disagree with the implications there, but that's TGC. That's them. They did that. They're just saying, you know, siege down this province to get rid of the zombie modifier. Just like Apocalypse 1836, which they've got in a submod of their own, of TGC, of course, the TGC Apocalypse submod. So the Cabinage aim was defeated. Okay, so they had it coming, obviously, and I get prestige and militancy. Fair. This is just a very, very generic event. We're almost on our first military tech as we hit the 2-year mark. We're going to get it done exactly in January. Wow. Yes, Eduardo, I would have guessed that. Yes, Eduardo. Keep the capital in the New World for immigrants, even if I get Portugal. Yep. You know what? Maybe in order to do that, maybe I should actually expand. Now we do ideological thought. Maybe I should actually expand into Africa, get a port. Maybe I should go for the Kabu Empire. Where's your endonym for that? What's empire in the Kabu Fulbe language, eh? Come on, research it. Military tech? God, no. No. We're not doing military tech. We have to build this country up from the ground. We have to improve the literacy slightly before we even consider getting a mil tech, ever. Well, that's it then. We're at peace. The immigration debuff, being at war, is probably going to go. The slavery... Oh god, here we go. Oh god, here we go. Slavery has been a contentious topic for a good while. The country is heavily dependent on slave work, and the aristocracy may not like the idea of losing its free labour. We need to examine the current status of the country before proceeding with abolition. The country is not politically prepared to abolish slavery at all. Political consequences will be beyond dreadful. Economic consequences are somewhat tolerable. So we can actually do it right now. Wow. I'm not going to do it. It's too soon. I'm not ready to deal with the aftermath. We are not yet ready. But what I'm going to do... Oh, we got nurse Renos as well. Did I... Oh, I didn't notice the decision before. I think it only just came in. So we can decide what to do with natives. By the way, our accepted pops are just Brazilian. Can I not do the... I can't do it now. I think I need a different upper house to pass one of the laws. I need to have at least 25 liberal in the upper house. Can't do that yet. Okay, so yeah, defund the army, right? Let's try and maybe make a little bit of money. We're definitely going to remain solidly conservative in terms of politics for now. Anyone's fearing us? Nope. It's too big of a stab hit. If to abolish it now, it's -6 stability. To stab now. Anything below 50% stability is actually bad. Oh my god. It looks like I'm playing terribly. I'm doing absolutely shit right now. I've got less than 50% here. It's over. Se acabou. It's over. So, when do I get my immigration? Oh, yeah, we're still in a regency. Oh, let's stay in the regency as long as possible to get militancy and consciousness up. For reforms. Will I ever be able to pass a reform? In a long time. Now, where's my immigration? Is the at-war modifier's gone? Fucking República de Nueva Granada is still getting immigration, but I'm not. Pedro II gets you free reforms, I think. Meta information. Let's go. No, don't keep the regency. You lose 0.1 prestige. Well, yeah, I'm really damaging my prestige here. Good question, MK Ultra Fondler. Have you ever read a book? Yes. Elections. Yeah, maybe I should actually hold an election. You're right. Let's hold an election. Is that Amazonia from the mod Divergences of Darkness? Yes. What's this? We got new Colimbo just... Wait. Oh, wait, we found them. Oh, we found them in Franca. We found them. So I can remove them, and I can actually make it. So the Afro-Brazilian pops get 1 militancy if I do something about those rascals. But if I'm fair with them, I can improve the political landscape for abolition really for no cost. So I think it's obviously sane to do that. Be nice to them. Gently take them back to their horrible plantation. You know, be nice, okay? Be nice here. We shall see. We gain stability from having an election. I'm going to follow the election to make things happen. Didn't Victoria 3 get a Brazil DLC? Yes, it did actually. TGC is way better than it though. It's not even close. Well, I mean, I don't actually know. I've never played... What was it called? Colossus of the South. I wouldn't actually know. So, Brasileiro Schools is a generic event. Yeah. When did Brazil ban slavery? 2011. Yeah, they had to go through a lot of turmoil to get there, but they eventually did it. There was a big campaign, you know, they wouldn't allow us to host the Football World Cup until they abolished slavery. I mean, they wouldn't allow it to be held in Brazil. When is Brazil... Didn't Brazil hold a competition at some point? I don't know. Right. Okay. Which one would give the maximum militancy? The voters really want free trade. Let's give the free traders massive militancy. Let's make the people... The militancy is going down. I don't have liberal agitation. Worm is also telling me... And by the way, Worm, I haven't actually said this, but yeah, thank you for being here, maker of the mod, and to all other TGC people. Love your mod. And appreciate the advice and your engagement. But yeah, your Worm is saying that the rich strata... So having rich militant pops will actually be bad. They will try to undermine the government. So that's really interesting. There is a... Because whenever I play, if I ever want to keep militancy down or something like that, I'll always... Just because of pure number of pops, I'll put the militancy onto the rich strata. Just so they don't... Because there's just less of them. And that obviously goes into the overall percentage of militancy and stuff. Now let's give people some militancy. Do you have the reactionary on power? No. I'm a monarchy, so I can change parties. Maybe I should change around to militancy, around to reactionary. God, the economy, eh? Oof. I don't want to spiral too hard. I will lower some of my spendings a little bit. And I will put another party in power after the election, maybe to get my tariffs all the way up or taxes up higher. The budget is really, 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 really bad. I might just entirely delete my navy for now, other than transports. Because even though I have them on minimum spending, I do still spend something on them because there's just 10%. So we're going to be serious. We're going to sort this out. Let's make people more jingoistic. Just roll another decent 2 attack. Fabio Betancourt. So the new YouTube viewers to my single player streams are going to have to get accustomed to something else soon, which is my tea break, just to go and get a cup of tea and then come back in 2 minutes. I will do that soon, but I'm actually going to put on the rehost screen during that so you can see the memes that were here for the multiplayer stream, just so you have something, you know. Anyway, what's this? I am going to make people more in favour of limited citizenship with a bit of militancy. Want to make people support immigration, I suppose. Liberal and radical went up a bit in the upper house. Request a grant. I wish. Yeah, Marty. Yeah, good. So, full citizenship, extend freedom and all that for immigration. Okay, the Liberals won. That's interesting. This Liberal Party is interventionist, pro-military, free trade. They allow me to put my taxes up, actually. They might be okay. The free trade, though, means that my tariffs are going to stay down. I'm not making anything off tariffs anyway. But to be honest, I think I might change to reactionary anyway, just for the, you know, the militancy. Yeah, I think we'll do it. They're actually called regressista. They are not hiding the fact that they want to go back, bring back the old ways. Our budget is a little bit better. I don't want to put my spendings down too much, but we're nearly there. We've nearly balanced it. If I do delete some armies, I'm just going to delete some yellow and red ones. I do delete a bit of them. Okay, we got consciousness going down with this First Minister, which isn't great. I'm going to delete the red armies just a little bit. Maybe just about break even soon. Nah. Bureaucrat efficiency going up, though, is very important. It's regressist in the sense they want to go back and unify with Portugal, actually. Okay, then, they're definitely Basaggio. They're definitely based. Yeah, you're right, maybe if I do increase admin spending, that is a very good investment because it will increase admin efficiency across the whole country. You're right. Don't want to go too much into debt though, or else I'll be spiraling. I'll be spiraling and I won't be able to ever recover. Got to be very careful there. Any of my things colonies? Oh yes, like this whole part of my country is colonies as well. That's something to pay attention to. Overseas maintenance only counts for overseas colonies though, so I don't have to pay that. We got people in the chat asking about the American South now. I did watch a couple history videos about that recently. I mean, you have the Deep South, which is these ones, and then you've got, you know, ones on the border. Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, roughly, Maryland. So the Deep South is ones that are quite far away from the North, and there's, I don't know what you call it, but Mid-South or just border South. And when the American Civil War was breaking out, the Deep South seceded first. Virginia and the other Mid-South people were considering it, and they eventually did, most of them. Upper South, yeah. I don't think the American Civil War would have lasted very long if it was just a couple of Deep South places. Virginia was huge. Virginia was really, really important. They were the one that kept it going, obviously. I mean, all the good generals came from there, and a big part of their army. Okay, we're importing more slaves here. Now, shall we just get the pops? Damn the consequences. I could, if I do it, if I declare it illegal, that will increase the militancy quite heavily of, but this is just one province. Bahia itself gets 0.5 consciousness. This province here, which is only 30k. This would only increase the slave population here by 4%. That's barely any pops, anyway. Just in one province. I'm going to say it's illegal this time. Move more towards abolition. It would only be like 2k pops. Barely anything. When is the USCA play the USCA next, pussy? Well, it's already gone. It's already fucking broken apart. If it ever didn't control Nicaragua and Costa Rica. It's already falling apart. Your favourite country, Perica. Now I'm going to hold my next election, of course. Got to keep the thing going. I think I've gained a little bit of money. The budget is balancing. The admin efficiency is going up. Pay attention to this number. It's at 21.4 right now. We've got to see that go up as we get more bureaucrats. 21.4. And I just noticed that stability, it's 21.5 now. It's already. Now let's follow. 21.6. It's going up. It's going up. And you can see that stability affects it. So there you go. These the geniuses over at TGC have made stability, a new mechanic, have impact on other mechanics in the game. They've done it. And it's very complicated to fucking do that. You're interfering with mechanics, which is something mods can really not do. We've got another importation. Where is it this time? Paraná. Paraná. Okay, the other Paraná. How about the bottom Paraná? Yeah, this one. Okay, where is it? Paraná. Is this, that's a whole region? Is there a particular province? Or is this an entire region we're dealing with? This entire region only has about 30k pops anyway. Maybe a little bit more. Brazil has layers, indeed. Brazil is like an onion. Yes, this is a very famous Brazilian saying. Let's actually listen to it. Let's listen to this famous Brazilian saying. O Brasil é como uma cebola.
O Brasil é como uma cebola.
Uma cebola. Definitely. Do you know any Pomeranians? Any dogs? Translate Duke Nukem to Brazilian. I think I already have an idea of what some word related to Duke or something like that could mean in Portuguese. I know that they had to change the name of Count Dooku from fucking Star Wars because he literally meant Count Shit. So... Anyway, what do we do about this one? Let's go with the illegal again. We don't get many pops from it anyway. Liberal going up in the upper house, that's good. Oh, here we go. Pedro. He's only 14. He's young. But we desperately need an emperor. Okay? Do you think he's ready for it, chat? Do you think he's ready? I think we're going to leave it on a cliffhanger. I'm going to go and be back in like 2 or 3 minutes to get a cup of tea. And I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger. But I'm going to show you the meme slideshow from the famous multiplayer streams. Enjoy the memes. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Hope you're enjoying it so far. These streams are so different from the multiplayer ones, aren't they? It couldn't be, you know, it's just two completely different things. So, I'm getting a Yorkshire tea, Barb. See, I've ended the debate there and then. Do a poll? Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's do a poll. I mean, I know what the answer is going to be, but we'll do it anyway. %92% yes. Well, that was predictable, wasn't it? Right. Okay. While I'm here doing a poll, let's change the pinned message. Chuck a super chat or join the channel membership. Do that today. You've got text-to-speech this time on the single player streams. So yeah, we're going to make him emperor a bit early. So yeah, that's it. The decision has been made. It's not really imperial or monarchical to have a vote about whether he becomes the emperor, but we'll do it. We'll do it anyway. Alright, so be it. We need an emperor. Let's do it. It's historical. Okay. We're just playing historically here. That's what we're doing. Apparently Pedro is quite popular among the Brazilians in chat. Friendly merchant, thank you for the 200 South African Rand. How much is that again? How much is 200 South African Rand? I don't want to get into actual politics at all, but I know South Africa just had an election. I don't really want to ask about it, but I'm also kind of morbidly curious. Thank you for the £8. Yeah, thank you. That's nice. Pull for the type of tea Spud Gun will have. I've already chosen. It's Yorkshire black tea. Okay, we will make people less pacifistic, so we don't get jingoism requirement at war. Here we go. 3 government stability. Very good. Okay. This guy is great. He's amazing. They lose a militancy. Research points go up. Diplomat points go up. Militancy goes down. Education efficiency goes up. This guy's an absolute madman. There we go. I don't really know the history of Brazil that well. I know for a fact that this guy obviously, well, I know him now, he became an emperor, but I also know that Brazil eventually was not an empire. But don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Let's keep them as an empire this time. You should have new decisions now. Limited citizenship. Okay, well, let's see. Let's have a look. We can do the native status at some point. Still can't do any of the slavery related. Spread pro-slavery propaganda. Oh. Maybe, why would you do that? That just makes people more accepting of it. That's if you really want to keep it. Claim the Cisplatina province. Uruguay, once called Cisplatina. That is claiming Uruguay. Oh yes, let's do that at some point, definitely. Take over Paraguay was already there, so we don't really have any new decisions actually, other than take over Uruguay. Thank you, chat, for the round of applause. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. His father, Dom Pedro, first had to flee from Portugal because of the Napoleonic invasions, but after Napoleon was defeated, the royal courts forced him to come back, leaving Pedro II as a 5-year-old. Sorry, Uruguay Lusitano in the chat, but we're going to have to invade you. I'm sorry. Okay, so what do we do here? Let's a bit of militancy. The Balayaja. The Balayaja. Is that how you pronounce it? So, a political power dispute across the heart of the elite class, okay, which was reflected in the Maranhão by the opposition of liberals and conservatives. When Pedro de Araújo Lima became Prime Minister, provoking the so-called conservative regression, the Maranhão conservatives took advantage of the opportunity to remove the liberals in power and weaken them further. This is like DoD fanfork shit. So the conservatives took advantage of the cattle ranchers, traditionally supported by the liberals. The event which began the revolt was the detention of the brother of the rancher Gomes, a liberal, by the order of a sub-mayor of the town of Manga, a conservative. Contesting the detention of his brother Gomes. So basically they're putting Trump in jail here or something like that. Except it's a cattle farmer. Or I don't really know. I don't get it. But this is happening and we're getting a lot of militancy. In the province of Caxias or something like that. Up north. This one here. So it's got a modifier called BIOS, which is just militancy and consciousness, because something is happening. Someone's getting locked up. Some cattle rancher, Donaldo Trumpão, is getting locked up or something, and people aren't happy about it. I don't know. Ronaldo Trump. Donaldinho. Anyway, why have I got 7 messages and pings? What the fuck is going on? I think I've got Zenmos artwork, actually. Why is he an old man? Why is this Pedro II an old man? If you didn't watch much of my Twitch streams, you might not know that Zenmos makes these amazing doodles. This might be a surprise for some of you. Apparently this is Pedro II, but he's only 14. I don't know about him later in life. That's a spoiler. I genuinely don't know anything about him later. This is a spoiler. Let's put him there. Okay, it's just me talking. So in the meantime, we have found the other slaves that were in fucking Santana de Brejos here. We got rid of them. So let's actually call them rascals this time. Or what was the other one? Ragamuffins. Damn ragamuffins. Why I oughta. Conservatives won this time. The laissez-faire, free trade. All I want is a party that will put the tariffs up. So let's go back to the regressista. That's for militancy. Still not anywhere near a reform though. Tariffs and taxes back up, please. We're getting closer and closer to a fixed economy, sort of. Almost. Getting there, getting there. Don't worry, you get events about his marriage. We'll sort out Pedro. We'll figure out what happened. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Shut up, Nugget Keeper. Don't spoil Pedro. Don't spoil what happens. I don't know. The thing is, chat, I'm actually like that with history. I'm actually like that. I don't know if anyone else is, but when you're reading about a historical event or something, and you don't know what happened, you don't actually want it to be spoiled. I read a book about the American Revolutionary War not long ago, and even though I know what happens, I was still hoping, I was still rooting for the British. At times, I was just thinking, come on. I know that we lost eventually, but did we win this battle? Yeah, we won this battle. We took fucking New York. Had it the whole war. Nice. You know? So if I don't actually know what happened, I like to read a bit of history. And so we got, oh nice, a raving loon. We got a fucking raving loon. Look at this guy. Militancy, ruling party support. Research points is not good, but I'll take him. I think the art is based on the Civ 5 or Civ 6 Pedro. Oh yeah, that's true. The Brazilian leader in Civ 5 and 6 is Pedro. Still don't really know anything about him though. To think that if Howe just decided to link up with Burgoyne in New York instead of doing a pointless victory lap at Philadelphia, America would be part of the Commonwealth today. There's a lot of other points at which they could have won as well, aren't there? A lot of other points, but they just didn't. They just didn't fucking do it. So, which one here? We got more escape than this time in Santa Maria. See, there's like 50 different Santa Marias in Latin America. This time it's down here. Barely any pops. Let's find them and put the troops there. Historical hindsight is a bitch, exactly. It's like the classic one is like looking at a map of Germany in 1943 going, what would you have done here? That's the classic one that I've seen a lot lately. Fuck that. Spud, do you know about the reason behind the colours of the Brazilian flag? No, but I'm guessing it's green for the lush grass and the forests and the trees, and the yellow is the sun, and all that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Natsteak. Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Oh my god, more of them, and it's in the same place I've already escaped from. Oh my god, what are the fucking slave owners doing in this province? They are skill issuing. What the fuck? Green is for the Bragança, House of Portugal, and yellow is for the Habsburgs. Okay, I was wrong. I'm just used to the boring tricolours sort of flag. They take basic bitch colours. Oh, this is green. It represents the grass. This is blue. It represents the sea. And this is red. It represents the fiery passion of our people. And then that's it. That's our flag. Boring, boring. The same shape in the Danubian Federation flag. Well, there's an interesting link. We really are Germans here in Brazil after all. Anyway, our economy's doing better. We've gone positive. We've gone positive. We've done it. We're in the green, max taxes and tariffs with a reactionary party. We've done it. I think since I have minus 20% ruling party support from the Raving Loon, or 50%, that might decrease the popularity of the reactionaries, which is good. It might make people more amenable to reforms eventually. So it might be a good thing. Oh, we're importing more? Oh shit, this is Rio de Janeiro. This could be a lot of pops. This is fucking Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. That is huge. That's 4% of this. That could be a lot of pops. I think I'm going to do it this time. I really like our flag, to be honest, even the tacky text. Yeah. I like the Brazilian flag too. I just think having the writing on it is a bit cringe. At least if you're going to put writing on your flag, make it something foreign, like an Arabic flag, so you don't know what the fuck it is, but it's just order and progress. I know another former sort of Portuguese-speaking country, Mozambique, they put what is it, an AK-47 on their flag? Maybe you should try that. Anyway, this time I am importing them. So how many pops am I getting here? About 2,000 new pops in the capital. Is this the capital? Yeah, in Rio de Janeiro. About 2,000 pops there. Landowners incite the peasantry. This is exactly what Worm was warning us about. Natsteak also saying, to the German question, I would lose hardest if the barbaric Huns could hopefully learn to stop the ancient tradition. What? Don't know what you mean. So, well, I don't want to lose pops, so I'm just going to do we will not be provoked. Let's get more militancy and consciousness, I guess. No, I'm not against writing on flags. I'm against writing on flags that I can read and understand. If it's foreign writing in a script I don't know, it goes hard, and it's just wow. Well, those people are serious. They're writing something on their flag. They're fucking serious. But when you can actually read what it is, it's like, oh, that's all it means. Boring. Has Peru-Bolivia happened? Well, we've got something fucking going on. Estado Sud Peruano. It's actually Spanish, not Portuguese. So, yeah, Pedro II got married. Nothing too detailed about this. But he's gotten married to Princess Teresa Cristina, daughter of the King of the Two Sicilies. Which, if you're not here. If you weren't here at the start, I've got the endonymic localization, so every country has its own name and its own language, pretty much. So this Two Sicilies actually has its name in fucking Neapolitan language. Crazy. If you release Venice, do they have that? I wonder. Venetian language. Anyway. Let's have another look at some endonymic countries. Like, what else have we got? Anything else interesting? Belgium? Royaume de Belgique is there. Oh my god, the Großherzogtum Letzeburg. That is Luxembourgish. That is not German, that is not French, that is Luxembourgish. That is a horrible mix of the two things. Luxembourg, I'm from there. Be careful doxing yourself like that. There's only like 3 people there, and you're one of them. Serenissima Repubblica di San Marino. Very close to San Marco. Königreich Württemberg, Großherzogtum Baden, Kurfürstentum Hessen-Kassel, Großherzogtum Fürstentum. What else have we got? Any other types of things? Königreich? Any more different types of German state? Herzogtum, Freie und Hansestadt Hamburg, Großherzogtum Mecklenburg, Freie und Hansestadt Lübeck. Anything else? Anything different? Any bishoprics or something like that? Anything else crazy? Reuss-Gera? Now they're all a Herzogtum or a fucking Fürstentum. Do we have anything Respublica? Do we have anything called a Respublica? I don't think we do. We got Regno, we got Ducato, we got Gran Ducato, Status Ecclesiasticus and Regno. Anything else of interest? We got fucking... We do have fucking Mount Athos, which have called itself Monastiki Politeia Agiu Oros. And whatever the fuck this is, that's part of Egypt, actually, as Sultana Amisria, which is Egypt. And this, Protectorato Samu. Okay. Milan, they're a bit out of place. Milan. Crazy things out here. Caucasus, do we dare have a look at this? Shevan. Cuba, Emirati. We got Kavkazskoye Namestishnesnevstovo. Another puppet of Russia. Oh, Gustav has got some very, very important things to say about Danish. We've got Denmark here. I'll pronounce this in Danish for you, my authentic Danish pronunciation. I know the language really well. There you go. That's how you say this officially in Danish. Hyderabad, Risayat, Nagapur, we got some nice Indian ones over here. Bamar, Ayan Pariyar, whatever the fuck that is. Zanakake, Ratnotskathar, Dynam Kok, all sorts of things here. Nederlandsche Indie. There is no such thing as Schleswig-Holstein. Schleswig-Holstein is a pan-Germanist idea which didn't exist in practice except 1845-50. Well, you tell them. You tell them, Gustav. You hand it to those Germans. You tell them. Anything else? British Dominion of Australia, they got that. They got that well. Joseon Wangug. That's an interesting one. Got that too. Don't forget that. We've looked at almost the whole world now. I mean, there's Africa, but I don't know what the fuck is going on. We can look at some of the Boer places. Potchefstroom Republic, Winsburg, Natalia, Kosa Kingdom, KwaZulu. You know, the modern region in South Africa is called that, KwaZulu Natal. Yes, Camel, TGC is a fun mod, especially if you install the endonymic naming sub mod, so you can do this. You can look around the world at places in their own Zoutpansberg and stuff to that effect. So the Algarves Islands think they're important enough to be included in the entire name of Portugal here. It's like imagine Britain today being called the United Kingdom of Great Britain and the Shetland Islands, because they think they're important enough to be in the entire name. And we've got Hertogdom Limburg right there. Okay, right. Shall we go back to playing the game? Algarves is just the south of Portugal. I thought it was an island. Dos Algarves? Well, why would it be its own thing? I thought it was like, these are the Azores, I suppose. That is the Algarve. Okay. That's the aim anyway, Wham. That's the aim. We're going to form Portugal. We're going to get it. Any one last thing, maybe interesting name to look at? Not without releasing anything anyway. Not without releasing anything. So, maybe as the game goes forward, we'll see more nations form and release. And we get to see some names. I'm looking forward to it. Malta. Oh shit. Okay, yes, Malta. Which is part of Britain, you idiot! But if you look at the local country, it's called Principalità Malta. So there is that. Poor Pedro married an ugly Italian woman, but he had a lifelong consort, so it's fine. Oh. Well, that is what it is. Now, where's this one? Where's this importation? Oh, Pernambuco. This is on the coastline. This could be a lot of pops. Pernambuco? That's a whole region. Okay, that's a big region. I'm going to import them. That is a 148k. Remember, 148.36. Let's see how many this is. How many was that again? What was the number? I forgot. But it went up quite a bit to 150. I think it was quite a lot. 4%. What was the number, chat? How much did it go up by? Chat? 148. Okay, we got 2k pops. We got about 2k pops. Fine. There's ideological thought. Unfortunately, we don't have another national focus from that. But, no, look. The only thing we've got now is the Golden Law. So this is just to actually outright abolish slavery on the spot, which would completely ruin the country and get a massive coup d'etat. We have to prepare for it. We have to do this Queiroz law, but we need 25% liberal. We need more liberals. Let's encourage liberal policies and stuff. Let's get more liberals in the country. Let's fucking do it. We have to. As for our next thingy, well, either we get the research points now, or we just go more literacy. I'm gonna go research points. It's really good. The research points will increase our gain of the next tech, which will be literacy. Yes, yes, later. Yes. Anger against the government. That's good. That's good. Militancy is quite high. You have rebels? No. We might have big Jacobin rebels if things go tits up. So this army here. No, actually there are Quilombos everywhere, so. But yeah, we have money. We're actually making money. So I'm going to use this to put education spending up as much as I can, and army up a little bit. And also pay down a bit of debt. Ideological thought should start giving us a lot of really good inventions, but I don't see any of them having... Plurality's gone. So how did you balance out the loss of plurality as a thing? Where do the research points from that go? TGC people? Plurality. How does saving research points work? Is it best to wait for the next research or literacy tech? You have to... saving research points, you can save about a year's worth of research points. Stability still gives research points. Okay, okay. We're about to import even more Iguape. Iguape? This is just one province. It's not very good. We'll not allow that to happen. By the way, you might not know this, chat, but if you join the channel membership, you get to use these amazing emotes that we have in the channel. The interesting thing is, in my multiplayer streams, there was a sea of green. Everyone was a member. But in the single player stream, it's different. Different audiences. Different audiences. To be fair, during those multiplayer streams, people were gifting massive amounts of memberships all the time in most of the sessions. It was crazy. So it was just an absolute sea of members in the chat. Will we ever see that again? Unless I just actually put on chat on fucking member only chat. Worm has joined the membership. Thank you so much. I could put on member only chat now and still get important TGC advice from the mod maker himself. So, you know, don't tempt me. Maybe because it's not Sundays. Well, I don't know if that affects membership or whatever, but... Well, I mean, yeah, but I've never pretty much found that the different day I stream on ever has an effect on viewer count or anything. But it could mean that there's different people who are able to watch the stream on different days. But I've never noticed it actually correlate with the amount of viewers. Anyway, thank you, Eduardo, for gifting 5. Thank you.
I think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
When I get my salary, I bet your ass I'm going to put you a sub. Thank you, Sidetracker, for the promise. How much for next emote? Okay, I'll have a look at that right now. This is the sort of thing I can do on the single player stream, right? There's no, you know, there's no pressure. I can just go and look at this right now.
I think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
I can go and tell you how many emotes we need for a new membership, everyone. Currently, it's saying we need 24, because obviously, when you know, 10% Liberal in the upper house. By the way, that's huge. I can pass the Keros law now. Subs, memberships, gifted memberships wear off after a month, so we're coming to the end of, like, well, a month ago I was still in the Victoria 2 multiplayer campaign getting loads of memberships gifted, but they're expiring after a month. So there's quite a lot now. We need about 24, 25 to get another emote. It's going to be difficult to keep growing the amount of emotes because the membership might start to go down now outside the multiplayer campaign. But we'll try. Is that really his entire name? Let's put his name in Google Translate and listen to it. Wait, I need to just copy this message. Thank you, Elia. Thank you very much. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships.
I think we're all out
Thank
of
you.
sync, aren't we?
I can't even speak on the stream. You know, thing about the single player streams is that I talk a lot, because I have to keep talking. I have to keep the energy up throughout the whole stream. So, you know, sometimes I might go out of sync myself. The game doesn't go out of sync because we're in single player, but I go out of sync. Sometimes. That's the problem. The issue is just moved on to someone else.
I
Now,
think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
let's listen to that. Let's listen to this name, okay? Listen to this.
Pedro de Alcântara, João Carlos Leopoldo, Salvador Bibiano, Francisco Xavier de Paula, Leocádio, Miguel Gabriel, Rafael Gonzaga de Bragança e Bourbon.
Wow, so he was a
I
Bourbon.
think we're all out of
He was a
sync,
Bourbon
aren't we?
himself. Why so many names? But anyway, let's enact the law. So I lose an infamy, but that doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything. I lose stability. People get consciousness and militancy, which is good. Pensions. So that's it. Slave trade is banned. And we've got 5 years until we can do the next move on slavery. Good stuff. Alright, Conservatives won that election. Now, we might be able to pass a reform while we have this big Liberal advantage in the upper house. If I go back to reactionary right now, get the militancy up to over 5, we're still only at 40%, mate. That's still not good enough. Still not good enough. Put the taxes up. I'm going to put education up to 100% and see if the budget balances out again anyway. I got another escape. Quilombos. Let's find them, I suppose. I forgot exactly what province that was. Put a unit on it, but revolt risk is bad everywhere, so you can't really tell. Yeah, having the militancy up this high is playing a very dangerous game though. I want to get reforms, but I also don't want to explode to rebels too badly. Oh shit, recognize Paraguay's independence? Unfortunately, I just lost even more liberals in the upper house. I don't think this is fucking happening. I'm going to pass the next election. Okay, chat. The Congress of Paraguay formulated and declared a unilateral declaration of independence from the Argentine Confederation. This is where it begins. The provinces long had self-rule. They were normally part of Argentina. They are asking for our recognition. Very simple decision here. Either I recognise them or I don't. I want to take them down myself. I want to take them down. There's Brazilian pops there, come on. It's mine. But how does recognising them or not impact that? Even if I recognise them, can I not just attack them later anyway? Maybe if I recognise them, that would put me at odds with Argentina and I can go to war with them instead and take their land. Who knows? Let Solano Lopez happen? Was that the crazy mad lad who killed half their country's pops? Maybe I do want that madman to happen. Maybe I want that to happen. What are we saying? Recognize him, don't recognize him. You know, everyone put 50-50 on this in the chat. Should we put it to a poll? You know, let's put it to a poll. Luckily, VOD viewers can see the poll because it's in the chat window there, so that's good. VOD viewers get to see what's happening. Solano Lopez was the guy. He, if you recognise them, don't you get a fun war in the future? That's what I'm thinking. If I do get that war by recognising them, I kind of want that. I want that to happen. And it undermines Argentina. It's quite 50-50, but it is 55% for yes. By the way, I think my next stream of this will be on Sunday. I think I'm going to do Sunday for the next one. I know it's a bit out of the blue to say that, but it just come to my mind. So Sunday will be the next. Keeping it on the date that I used to have the multiplayer campaign. You have the final say. Yeah, I guess I do. And, you know, I'm going to say yes, right? I've ended the poll officially on 50-50. There. I stopped the count when it was on 50-50, and I've decided that I will recognise them. So that we can get the funny mad lad who killed all his pops. Factory output plus 2%. Amazing First Minister there. Just for all the factories we have. Yo soy the Emperor, so I get to decide. Follow the elections. Alright, I want more liberals. Can we get more liberals, please? Government stability is 49. We're almost at 50 though. So that's good. Oh, the endonym names apply to adjectives as well, do they? That's interesting. Our rebels are called Brasileiros Reaccionaries. Eu sou o Imperador. Alright, no pops dying, please. Eu sneed o Imperador. Nice. Militancy is almost up to 7 though. When can we fucking pass a reform? Oh my god. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the militancy is going to work. Wait, 10% liberal! Yes! In the upper house, come on! Yes, 45! If we get over 7 militancy, we could do it. We could pass a reform. Which one would we even pass? I would just pass a voting reform, I think. Because that would actually help it become more liberal in the future. Or maybe an upper house reform. Which upper house reform would make it more liberal in the upper house? We're at over 50%. Thingy. I know that militancy is falling. It's always falling. It's naturally falling because we don't have liberal agitation or anything. But there's events that could make it increase over the line. Rebels though, two Jacobin brigades. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's make people not pacifists. Unless pacifism is actually... No party's a pacifist. Everyone's pro-military, or jingoist. The Brazilians are mental. Uruguay is at war with Argentina. Oh no. What are they doing? The Chileans are at war with Bolivia as well. Oh shit! Oh god, we did it! We got the Afro-Brazilians! The Afro-Brazilians came in and pushed it over the line. Let's go, we got a reform. Let's fucking go. How do you say let's fucking go in Portuguese? Come on. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's vamos porra.
Vamos, porra.
Vamos porra. It's vamos caralho. Caralho.
Vamos, porra.
Vamos porra. The letter R in Portuguese is ridiculous. You know, it doesn't make any sense. What is it? Is it an H? Is it a French R? Or is it a rolled R like Spanish? It's different in different fucking times and places. We have got a reform. It's very, very, very good news. All cultural allowed rights. I also want assimilation, so I don't want that. Taking out the debt law could be a good one because it's really bad. Education, poor savings, immigrant attraction is down from that. A voting law is good just for increasing, I guess, making liberals win elections more. The upper house could be the absolute key to this though. Based on population could just make it more liberal. Actually, wait. No, our current voters are more liberal than the actual population as a whole. So that doesn't actually work out like that. It's like 4 different things. Indeed. So, and then there's fucking the press. The press could be good. What do you think, chat? What do you think the reform should be? This is very important. I just explained why based on population might not be good because, look, did you see? 23% of my people are liberal, 37% of my voters are liberal, which means, you know, the more I make it about the actual proportion of people, the less liberal it will be. So the current voting situation I have is actually beneficial to the liberals. Gerrymandering, ruling party support plus 15%. Well, I could use the ruling party support to improve liberal support more by having liberals in power. Gustav, I saw your message, but you don't know how the game works. Censored press, though, yes. The debtors one is very good. Peonage is bad. This increases needs for my pops. It's and education efficiency. I don't have enough social fucking reform to do an education reform, obviously. But this one here does affect education. And basically, education is the base thing, the most important thing for improving the country. That's exactly what's going on here, Worm. That's exactly what's going on. And you know, that fucking cattle baron that we locked up, Ronaldo Trompo, he had something to say about that, but we locked him up. Censored press, literacy impact on con is literacy impact on consciousness. All it really affects is consciousness, and the immigrant attraction in it isn't much. Peonage also has does this? Yeah, this one here has immigrant attraction -5, so we would be putting immigrant attraction up by 5% with this one. So I'm in favour of the debt law change. Very specific, very weird one, but out of everything, I'm actually in favour of it. So I'm leaning towards that. Colonial policy is something completely different. I mean, that is another kettle of fish. Peonage keeps the militancy up. Does it though? It doesn't say that. It doesn't increase militancy. Wealth voting? Well, I've just explained why voting, I don't want to touch that at the moment. when liberal agitation comes, if it ever comes around, people are going to explode into liberalism anyway. So when that happens, I'll start improving the voting laws. Colonial policy, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Let's not spend too long on it. Let's not spend an entire hour on this. I'm going to just do that. It's good. Education goes up, pop needs improve, immigrant attraction gets hit by that as well by 5, which is very good. You know, I'm very good one. Pedro is very pleased with that decision, I would say. Alright. Conservatives won again. Okay. Now, I don't get to change parties for now, so we're stuck with them. And you know, this is fine. This is a very good Conservative party. It's got protectionism and all that, so I can max tariff and tax. I might keep it like that. I might keep them in power for a while. And now we get to remove these again. Let's do the one that just improves us, abolishing slavery. So that is gone from there. Our militancy has been eliminated, so that really goes to show that, you know, we spent the entire game up until that point building up that reform. We got our militancy up that high through a lot of different things, and we passed it. We might not get another reform for a very, very long time. So I think we took the best one. Yes, Marius. I'll just show you the decision for it. Might as well. We can form the United Kingdom of Portugal, Brazil, and the Algarves. State and government, and then we must have Portugal in our sphere, or conquered. I wonder. Well, I mean, look, we're going to have to beat Britain in order to do this, so I don't know about that. I think instead of Portugal, we're going to have to take over Paraguay. You know, I think we're going to have to set our sights on something a little bit more modest. But yeah, I think we can. Maybe we could just pull off our Paraguay victory against that madman. If we ever do get the Portugal thing, it'll be in the very, very late game. If we ever become a late game powerhouse, that's the only way we'll actually be able to beat it. Unless we do some cheesy methods like trying to just sphere them. But that's like sphering against the AI, especially Britain. Even that will be a nightmare. You know the thing I'm sadly realizing about this mod though is that I took ideological thought as my second tech, but ideological thought is fucking useless without plurality. None of these inventions give anything. Because plurality has been replaced by stability. So this is doing fuck all, and I didn't even get a national focus out of it. I should have gone positivism instead. So, but you know, that's just learning this mod and its stability system, I guess. I did it as Portugal. Oh, taking over Brazil as Portugal is probably very fun. Always go positivism. Well, not always. No, ideological thought, I'm telling you, is normally extremely good because you get plurality inventions, and plurality directly increases your research points. For us here, we're really just relying on Dom Pedro, and it doesn't say anything here about my stability improving research points. It doesn't say stability is doing anything to that. Maybe we should think about taking some African land. You know, that's still an option. Oh, we got another fucking thingy, another Columbo. This time in Villa Rica de Espirito Santo. Which is down here. Let's put the troops on it. Find them. You know, something I just realised is if I suppress the movements, that will make the people more militant in the long run, so I will do that. Spud, you should try to take Uruguay early. Weren't they already at war with Argentina? I think it's already over for them. They're going to cut Estado Oriental de Uruguay down to size. And then maybe I'll annex them after that. It's only 10 infamy. I fancy it. I'm going to do it. There are some Brazilian pops there. It's going to be great land. 35k. Really good, really high pops, you know. One random province here in Minas Gerais has fucking more pops than it. Brilliant. Check if the British are friendly. Okay. Yes. They are not. Is anyone friendly with me? Anyone's fearing me? Yeah, the USA is spearing me. Do I want that or not? I don't know. That might tank my money supply. I don't know if I want that, America. I don't know if I want that. It's not like I really need any goods right now. Military supplies or anything like that. Not that they even produce much. I don't know if I like this. There's a decision for Uruguay. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. I need state and government and a higher rank than 10. Well, honestly, I think just justifying is easier than that. Why should I take this decision? After all, positivism, I need that a lot more than state and government, which again, doesn't give any plurality. It's kind of shit. I don't see any reason not to just justify on them instead. What do you think? The only thing I can think of is if using the decision allows for more lower indecisions through doing that. Okay, I don't think anyone in chat has an opinion then. Never mind. Never mind. Justify before they fall into a spear. Yeah. It has to be really, the mod maker just has to tell me if the decision leads to any more decisions, I suppose. Oh, hello, Raph. Raph himself, the legend. What is up with Victory Spud? Any updates? Nothing until later in June. Okay, forget about that. Forget about that. Yeah, I've got to get my... I prepared that thinking about you specifically. What do you mean? This decision? Well, you got two decisions, one to conquer, one to assimilate and rename to Cisplatina. Can I still do the decision to rename after just annexing it manually instead of by the decision? I'm assuming yes, so... The second one will be... Yes. So that the decision is made. As long as Argentina doesn't annex them, I'm going to do it. I'm justifying conquest now. It's happening. Going to get my infamy ticking for the first time. Maybe Eduardo. Eduardo, if you want me to play that, you should... message me on Discord instead, and I'll play it on the next stream as the intro. I'm sorry, Uruguay, Lusitano, but we're going to make your country a better place in the long run. I mean, come on, Uruguay. Don't you want to be part of the country that invented the aeroplane? You can claim that you invented the aeroplane in Uruguay if you're part of Brazil when we did it. Then you did it. You're part of it. You can be proud of that. Oh, we're nearly finished idealism though, it's really happening. Really happening. Then we really get onto the proper education texts. A little bit more liberal, the upper house, nice, nice. Oh, only 3.1 infamy. You know what I just did, chat? Through my genius gameplay, I took less infamy than I would have if I actually took the decision. And that is why you always gamble. Always gamble. Here we go. Positivism, lads. We're finally doing it. Finally, a good research. Don't add anything else, Argentina. Just take that and demand the reparations. That makes the war easier for me. If they're cut down to size, their 2 brigades will not harm me. Find them in São Gonçalo de Contagem. This one over here. Nice province. What's this then? The country is struggling to collect enough taxes to run things smoothly. Do I fucking know that? I have 4k though. Paying down that debt. To build up our reserves and make sure policy we need more money, the economy ministry suggests adding a new tax on imports. What is this? Victoria 3? Import goods tax? Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm doing that. That is seemingly a lot more money. I can put my military spending up to full, which I don't actually need to do. I don't need to do that. Because I'm not going to build up my army to full brigade cap for a while. For a very long time actually. I don't know if I'm ever going to need my full army for a long time. I can kill all these little tiny countries around me. Oh, you know, these Kalimbos, we need to get rid of them. California. Well, there you go. It's all kicking off in Mexico, which is now in Spain's sphere of influence. And as for me, USA is friendly and rising. We never did get up to any immigration. Not happening. If I look through the release country thing, someone was mentioning Juliana, by the way, that's it there. There's some interesting localization names around there. They're all just Portuguese, Brazilian things though. Well, I'm just going to declare war anyway, regardless of Argentina. Is Britain losing the Opium War? Yes, because India gets involved in that, right? Oh my god, China has fully sieged down India. Wow. This doesn't affect war score that much, as you can see, but it's kind of crazy that that has happened. Yeah. Da Qingguo has sieged them down. Wow, let's have a look at that. Let's fog of war this shit. They don't even have that big an army. It's only 142 brigades, which sounds big, but let me tell you, that's not big for Chinese standards, actually. And they don't visibly have many brigades around. We got rid of them from Santana de Brejos. Let's... I don't know, Rascals. Oh, the other one. I don't care. I don't know. And there's fucking rebels. Bihari nationalists. India falling apart. Crazy. Anything happening in Europe? We got Deutschpan nationalists here. I don't know if they do anything at this stage of the game. But you can see the endonymic localization also affects the adjectives, which is really interesting. You get to see everything as Deutsch. Brazil just invented atheism. It's over. Se acabou. Britain has the United Kingdom of Great Britain and its territories has 113 brigades. Oh, Britain has invaded fucking inner or outer Mongolia. Mongolia is called Mengu. Manchuria is called Dongsan Sheng. Qinghai, Xinjiang, those are the... Oh! Tibet is called Bod. These are some of the ones I didn't ever find when I was looking through all the endonymic localization earlier. We're getting some extra ones here. Bod. Bod. Dad bod. If they get the Da title from Qingguo, they become Dad bod. It should have a diacritic on it, should it? It should be called Bud. Bud, not bod. Well, there you go. I just learned about Tibet. Also, Argentina has peaced out. Oh, look at this. 5% education efficiency. Let's go. The debt is paid off. The Brazilian economy is booming. Brasil número umo. They were trying to siege they were trying to siege my micro province, which now has 932 pops in it, by the way. This province started with 30 pops. It has now exploded. By the way, I need to build universities. I need to build fucking universities. I can afford it now that I have money. Is there one in this province, in this region? Economic policy allows building. Oh, how do I get to be allowed to build? It's because I'm on a... Wait. What party am I? Since when did I get a free trade laissez-faire Conservative Party? I thought I had another type. What? Did I have an election that I didn't even see, or did my parties change? I am going to... What the fuck? Oh, I got speared by America. Okay, there goes my economy, actually. It's over. I got fucking speared by America. Jesus Christ. Oh god, we need to end that. That mini province is a border dispute between Uruguay and Brazil to this day. Who has de facto control of it? We need to break out of that. That is fucked. There goes every bit of colony I had. In the wake of our defeat against the British. Oh well. It looks like Britain actually won the Opium War despite having entire India sieged down. I just rolled a 4 attack, by the way. That could be useful. And just like that, there goes all my money. We might just be able to go positive if we're very, very tight with money. Get the fog of war back on. Well, let's put in the Jingoist Party to get the taxes and tariffs all the way back up. Oh! Actually, we're okay. It was more so the party that was fucking us than the USA. I'm still not sure why we got that party. I swear to God we had a different one, a protectionist one in power. I don't know what happened to that. So I'm getting told that the micro-province is administered by Brazil. So Brazil has de facto control. Let's suppress the suffrage movement and make them more militant and angry and get another reform. Let's go. Another reform isn't that far away. By the way, Spud, did you know there's a hidden theocratic Brazil path in that update? No, I didn't. The only theocratic path I know about is the amazing theocratic Muscovy path in DoD Fanfork, which maybe we'll do someday. Right. The voters' ideologies are still way more liberal than the actual people. So I don't want to pass any voting reforms until the people become more liberal. Afro-Brazilian history. It's Afro-Brazilian History Month. You're making Paraguay muchachos mad with your actions. Good. Let's make them mad, and then let's make that dictator go absolutely crazy and attack everyone and kill half his population. I want that. I want that to happen. Bring it on. Should we build a factory? How about that? I think, Bahia has enough now. Let's start getting fucking clergymen. It's clergyman time. And yeah, we're going 4% clergymen. 4% clergymen. We are going all the way. Clergyman maxing. Yeah, I'm going to leave Paraguay alone until we get events and see that shit happen. Okay, we got Uruguay. It's over. Uruguay sells. Se acabó para los uruguayanos. It's over. And yes, I should build universities with the little money I have. Those are very important buildings, which are a TGC unique building mechanic, because they give you research points or education. Oh yes, the decision. Sisal Platina is ours. What do we need? Muy fiel y conquistadora ciudad de San Felipe y Santiago de Montevideo, controlled by Imperial de Brazil, which apparently I have not. Or the province name has not changed. What? Apparently I have not met that. But I also have to invent romanticism. I have to waste an entire research in 1825 days. I have to own it for a while, fair. But I also have to waste a research on fucking romanticism. Come on. I mean, maybe becoming a higher power, a greater power, is actually a good thing. Maybe. Maybe that is actually good. Because there is a decision that requires me to be fucking level 10, wasn't there? There was something. I can't remember. Natural borders? Oh. Ah. Anyway, how about we do the Nurse Reno status? Let's see what we can do here. The native status. Oh, there's different options with decisions. Okay. Oh, we can't do any of them right now. Alright. Okay. Then let's just leave that for now. I didn't realise that was like an options decision, like change national value and all that sort of thing. Tech tree. Next tech will just be functionalism. Let's just go for it. Let's get that research and that education. Rank 10 was just needed for the Uruguay decision. Oh. That is so self-defeating. We need to research romanticism to become level 10 in order to rename the province that we, you know, that we took anyway with the decision that it needed, you know, Anyway. Okay, we can annex Argentina. See, Uruguay Lusitano in the chat has already adapted and become a full integrated part of Brazil, and he's supporting us and giving us our next plans to fucking attack Argentina. It didn't take long for him to come round. It's not actually a convoluted decision path, really. It's not. The convoluted decision paths are in DoD Fanfork, which, by the way, I will do a campaign of, maybe after this one, because they have just done a Ching Chu update, but they haven't quite finished it yet, and there's a few bug fixes I think they have to do, which is why I chose this one, because this is really, really finished in a good state. And we're going to play Ching Chu in DoD Fanfork, which I'm really looking forward to. And you know what else they're updating in Fanfork? Lusitania, aka Portuguese Mexico in the north around Texas. That's what they're updating as well, and we'll play that. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I just really fucking love this area in DoD. We all know why I love Plantagenet. I also love Gran Colombia. Maybe we'll see that at some point. And I just like the Americas, particularly North America and DoD. I've been enamored with it from day one of ever playing that mod. I'm interested in things like Lusitania, which is Portuguese people in northern Mexico. Because in the real life, all the Portuguese people came here, but in DoD they went there for some reason. Why not? I have played DoD Rework Plantagenet, K-Dogged, and there's a playthrough of it on my VODs channel if you do want to watch that. It was really good. We even we played the slave revolt country of what was it called? Liberia, and I put that in the playlist as well, and that was all really good. TGC is the mod, Akarian. I don't know if you could not work that out. It's in the title and the description. Oh, something happened with Peru, Bolivia as well. That happened. Yeah, we also did the Cowboy King. We really, I think we got all the content out of Plantagenet. I mean, actually, we did basically 3 different Plantagenetan countries in the one playlist, but there's still more that could be done with it, actually. There's still more paths that we could take. I don't think we actually did all of it. Directive on trade in the provinces, that's just normal stuff. Yeah, Rework, they're also working on the Ottomans. Yeah, and China. They're also doing China as well, if I remember. All very good stuff that I'd love to see. More content for Atlantia. Yeah, that one. I haven't played that. Atlantia in DoD Fanfork is a country in between Amazonia and Lotharingia, which is kind of a Spanish puppet thing. Which I remember we had that as a puppet sort of thing in our Spain DoD Fanfork playthrough. That was another good playthrough, I guess. We've almost already lost our infamy from all that shit. Do I dare try and fund some transports and go up the coast of Africa to get closer to Portugal that we want to take back? The alliance with Portugal and Britain has been broken. Still in the spear, but they lost the alliance. Some little, some problems happening in the British-Portuguese relationship. Egypt has changed from an independent thingy to Dawlat Misr. Something has changed over here. Anything else changing? Jacobin rebels in Prague. Speaking of Jacobin rebels in Prague, Bavaria Part 26 is coming on Friday. Did you know that? Did you know that Bavaria Part 26 is coming on Friday and it's going to be amazing and hilarious? Did you know that? Did you have any idea what was before you? Okay. Parte Moderado 1. And they are shit, so I'm going to get rid of them. And we're going to get that militancy up. We've gone for the... Well, I think the parties have changed. That's why we did have that sudden party changed. The party LARP has changed. This isn't the regressive party anymore. In fact, they've changed completely from the regressive party to the party of Ordem, which is the other word in the fucking Brazilian flag next to progressive. So the reactionaries have done a 180 turn. They now support the modern Brazilian flag, whereas they used to support the literal opposite of it. In any case, I put them in power. Have the monetization issues stopped, or have you just gotten better at dealing with them? They stopped. The limited monetization I got on my main videos on the main channel all kind of stopped. So that all stopped. Copyright stuff is stuff I always have to deal with, and copyright has generally been fine. That's always the case. Some of my Scandinavia campaign streams got limited monetization, but that's because Local keeps saying the fucking N-word in it, so that's, I guess, the limited monetizations in my streams can often be very valid depending on who I'm playing with. That's all part and parcel. So I don't dispute those. The worst part is that Loco is black, and he says it all the time, and YouTube picks it up. And anyway. I mean, I don't know if that excuses him though. He's black, but he says it. He still says it in a very aggressive, hard R way. He isn't saying it as this. Anyway, let's not go into that. Who knows? Bringing in some locophobia here. Chartists rallies. This is good. This is the sort of liberalism starting to happen. More of my pops are becoming liberal now, so that the the imbalance here between voters and people will eventually go away, maybe. Oh, I've got Colombos there. Let's get rid of it with some stacks. Let's not go there, Captain Conway. I perfectly am aware that of the word black in Spanish and Portuguese. Yes, Ultra, yeah, I know about that. I support my Latin American friends here. You can say your own word as much as you want. If I know my history, something should happen in 1848. Well, the question is whether that spread to Brazil. If liberal agitation generally happens to everyone in 1848, then that'll be good, but who knows. Also, Repubblica di Sicilia, so there's even more localization here. The Sicilians have rebelled against the Neapolitans. And you can see the difference in localization, right? The word for de, this is DE with an accent on it. Sicily is DI with an accent on it. Sicilian language, Neapolitan language. Slight nuances. You wouldn't notice these things without me. You wouldn't notice these things at all. In fact, you probably wouldn't ever even think of installing the endonomic localization sub mod. Can you say two Sicilies? Two Sicilies. Or in this is Doia Sicilia. Something like that. I want to see more countries rebel so I can see their names. Really interested. I want to see that Hungarian revolution. South American politics. Well, there's one really funny Latin American political moment that I put in one of my videos. When the King of Spain told that Venezuelan leader to shut up. That might even be the same guy that Perica just talked about, Hugo Chavez. I think it was. The King of Spain told him to shut up at a fucking Hispanic meeting, Hispanic language, like every country, Spain and Latin America, sort of Congress thing. You people, my Latin Americans in the chat know about that one, don't they? That's huge news. Do you remember that being in my video as well? None of them know it. Come on. Got an alliance with Venezuela. Speaking of Venezuela, they just allied me. Oh my god, 20% Liberal in the upper house. Oh, we're going to get a reform soon. Oh my god. By the way, do I have to pull that moment up on stream? Do we have to get that moment? I'm going to find that. Who did he tell to shut up? It was Chavez. Right, let's see this. It happens at some point here.
200 años de vida independiente, de que haya un país rico en América Latina. En cambio, hay países asiáticos que en cuestión de 35, 40 años salieron del subdesarrollo y
llamen de cómo tienen que engranarse estos valores independientemente de sus diferentes orígenes. Nosotros estamos trabajando tres...
¿Por qué no te callas?
Por favor, no hagamos diálogo.
That's it. There's Hugo Chavez, the king. That's the King of Spain at the time. That's the former King of Spain. The current King of Spain is his son. Can't remember their names.
Por favor, no.
¿Por qué no te callas?
Por favor, no hagamos.
Why don't you shut up? But those Latin Americans don't listen to the Spanish king anymore. Those days are gone, so it didn't really have any effect. That was the king, that guy there who told Chavez to shut up. That's the guy who Franco let into power after, and then he made Spain more democratic again. Isn't it? And now that guy's son is the current king, whose name escapes me. In fact, both their names escape me. I have no idea. Everyone's allying me. We're making a South American hug box here, by the way. Venezuela, Ecuador, Chile, all allied. Felipe II. Which one is that? The cuck. Why? Okay, you clearly have some views on him. Which one is it? Is Felipe II the current king or the older king there who told Hugo Chavez to shut up? He should have asked him, ¿Por qué no te reunir con España? Why don't you join Spain again? Why don't you become part of the Empire? Instead of, why don't you shut up? The Sonderbund War. Oh, I haven't looked at Switzerland. That's a country I didn't look at. The Schweizerische Eidgenossenschaft. Now, this is an awkward endonomic situation, right? Because they got different languages. So, Philip II died in 1598. Oh, right. Couldn't be that one then. Okay. Yeah, that's not the one we were talking about. Philip VI. Philip VI is the current king. I know what he looks like. I saw him at the fucking tennis or something. And I guess he's been in the news a couple of times. Juan Carlos I was the guy, the older guy. The guy who told Hugo Chavez to shut up. That was Juan Carlos I. Who people in the chat call the cuck for some reason. Why is he the cuck? Is it because he literally got cucked by his wife? So my proposition for what they should do with Switzerland in the mod, by the way, in the endonymic sub mod, is to put every name of Switzerland in each of its official languages side by side. So it should be called Schweizerische Eidgenossenschaft, La Confédération Suisse, Confederatia Svizzera, whatever the fuck it is in Romansh. One after the other, all in one fucking line. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. That's also happening. Oh, it is 1848 after all. Holy shit. We've got the Magyar Kiralshag. Something like that. So Felipe VI got cucked by his wife. And who's that? That's the current king. The current king of Spain got cucked. Watch out for Denmark come March. Okay, epic spoilers. I'm fine with that though. Did he? That's an absolutely pathetic situation to have your king just be that. Your king is just officially a cuck. But then again, so is King Charles of Britain, right? But it was a bit more complicated with him, with Diana, but he did get cucked by her. Although I don't think he really cared as much. He didn't like her either. But if the King of Spain was like, no, please don't. No, I love you. Then it's more of a cuck. Happened to Nicholas and Rasputin. Yeah. I mean, the Rasputin shit is more weird and not exactly sure what the fuck went on with him. Anyway, it's March. What happened in Denmark? Well, I think did anything happen? Don't think anything happened unless they lost a little bit of land to Schleswig. Sara Romanovska is getting killed by the Ottomans. Is Moldova doing anything? No. Is anything else happening? Or is nothing ever happening in the world? We do have the Federación Peru-Bolivia as well, of course. That's all normal. Exactly, Grob. Yeah, I think it's partly a rumour. Could be true, though. The historical war started on the 24th of March. Okay. Oh, what is that? Republika Poznanska? What? So? What the fuck? They've just declared war on Prussia. Okay. I think I'm going to keep my eye on Europe for this entire period. I think it's way more interesting over here. New countries are spawning by the day. And they all have interesting localized names because of the endonymic localization sub mod for TGC, which I'm highly advertising. Every country should have this. They should attempt to make this in DoD, which would be fucking difficult because they have to make up some languages for that. That's going to get into the realm of like fantasy constructed languages. Like fucking Sicilian and Neapolitan, for example. TGC had to do a bit of fantasy with those. I'm joking, they're real languages. You can look it up. You can look up the Lang Focus video on Neapolitan, it was really good. You can hit your head on the keyboard and the Polish localization is done. So true. Tsara Romanowska has Convention of Balta Liman. So it's an agreement between Russia and the Ottomans. Russia is keeping the Danubian principalities alive. Moldavia, which have been placed under Russian occupation. Okay. Alright, there you go. There are now Russian spears. Does it not feel weird talking to yourself? Did it take you time to get used to it? Yes, look, yeah, it took me a long time to get used to streaming like this and talking to myself, obviously. But I did get used to it. I mean, I started doing it like 4 or 5 years ago, so I'm very much used to it now. I mean, no, I think that's a genuine question from Jude, just talking about what it's like to be a streamer. When I started this shit, oh, it was weird. I was nervous and awkward when I started streaming. But then I got used to it, and then I can carry a stream like this, just talking to chat the whole way through, without really worrying about it. Those rascals. Those... what was the other one? Ragamuffins. We do have another unique endonymic name here. We got Haitian Creole name. We got République Haïti here. No. Another couple of Central American republics just dropped as well. Estado Libre de Soberano de Tabasco. Fascinating stuff. Now, let's move to basic chemistry and get medicine then. That's the next thing. Because I think we've gotten enough culture text for now. State and government and that isn't so important without plurality, so I'm going to move out and get some medicine. DoD rework has some Walloon localization for Burgundian. Oh shit. I'm fine with getting that militancy. I think, actually, well, my upper house of liberals is gone. We never took advantage of that. Is the Schleswig-Holstein name now German? No, it's still... I've heard that Danish is like speaking Swedish with a potato in your mouth. That's what they say anyway. Don't know if I can confirm. Yes, Nako, yes. We do have Cisalpultania. We can't rename it yet. We can do that later. Oh, Republica! Oh, a new one. Yes. It's happening. We have Venice. Republica Venecia. That is some Venetian local dialect out here now. Based. It happened. We got another one. It's all kicking off in this year of 1848. This is... Oh, 1848 has been the best year for linguistic content. Oh my god, it's amazing. Oh, there's a little bit of a spoiler here as well. Tsarstvo Bulgaria. There's a lot of spoilers in the Balkans. Bosansko Karayelstvo. Albania? What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Oh, Albania. We're spoiling though, looking at the cores. Mbret. What kind of consonant cluster is that? MBR. As one consonant cluster. What the fuck were they thinking? What is this? An African name? Umbreteria Skiptare. And anything else? Well, we got Romania. We got, well, Regatul României is here as well, waiting to happen later. But I feel if we look at the cores, we're spoiling ourselves too much, and we should just wait and see if they spawn. Which they do, because we now have the Italian War. We might get Milan. Let's gain government stability. Wait. Oh, I almost thought... Nah, they didn't. I almost thought that Hungary and Austria did the thing, which they actually did in my Russia playthrough of TGC, which was my first playthrough, which is that Austria and Hungary prematurely peaced out, with Austria just taking some land. But what actually happened here is the civil war mechanic that Worm added, where countries sort of take each other's land bit by bit based on occupation, which is really cool. So, like, Austria sieges this, or vice versa, they'll get it annexed in like a month. How's the immigration? Oh, that's non-existent. It's not happening. In fact, we're losing people because the militancy is quite high. We're working for those reforms, though. The economy is also really shit still. $18.49 now. Yeah, people aren't going to Brazil. The only time we can ever get people to go to Brazil is when we fucking import more slaves. Unfortunately. I haven't had an event for that for a while. Maybe it's dying down. Maybe it doesn't actually happen after you do abolish this trade with the decision. You know, saying that someone was going to Brazil meant a lot, meant something very different in these days and in the 18th and 6th and 17th centuries. If you went up to an African person and said you're going to Brazil, that was not a good thing back then. That was quite a bad thing, actually. It's more innocent nowadays, though. It's more of a meme nowadays, you know, haha, you're going to Brazil. Come to Brazil. I think, you know, I think the Brazilian people going around saying come to Brazil is like an ancestral memory of them trying to fucking subconsciously import slaves. They're asking you to come to Brazil, not because they innocently want you to visit the country. They secretly just want to bring back slavery and stuff. It's quite dark, actually. They didn't localize Luanda? What? No? No? What the fuck? Worm. Fix the localization mod. Kingdom of Kazembe with like a fucking... What kind of flag is that? I don't know. A lot of these are not done. They've got Rwanda and Burundi, right? Does AI Denmark ever win the first Schleswig War? They're still at war now, actually. No, oh, they're against Prussia. With Albrecht von Roon 5 attack. Nah. I wonder if it might be a good challenge to play as Denmark here and try and win that from Scandinavia. Might be a good playthrough. Wait, excuse me? Worm? What? You're telling me there's a place in India called New York and it's broken. I can't find it. No? A random state in India called New York. Tell me where it is specifically. I couldn't find it through the search. I guess it's a green one. Green? That's Indaur Rajya, Bastar Rajya, Rampur, Jodhpur. No, don't know if it's here. Enter the Complexo do Alemão in a black car with tinted windows at midnight. Okay, very specific. Possible to fabricate day one versus Prussia as Denmark. You have a +5 attack general and they don't get easy military access to you for some reason. So a good move as Denmark in this mod is to just attack Prussia day one and you get an advantage. But then what do you do? We got Nepal Adharaja here. And Druk Gyal Kap. Dranjong! Sikkim is actually called Dranjong. That's the place that the hosts of DoD campaigns have been playing this whole time. Basic chemistry, okay, now medicine. Anything else happening in Europe? No, not yet. The Kafkazskaya Namistchikazvaya has grown. I really need to be cracking down on these Kalimbos, but they're hard to find. Unless I actually look at the decision and don't skip over it like an idiot. I need to find some Kalimbos and get rid of them. Where are they? Where are the Kalimbos? I'm looking for that red province modifier. Where are you? Ah, we got one. We got one. Here. Found one. That's good enough. Yeah, that's a low literacy country, Peter. Plus, we've been researching loads of culture texts. We got all these culture texts. Come on. When it's a single player stream, people come in here and go, start watching, come back hours later, just research basic medicine. When multiplayer streams, people go, start watching, we rehost, come back 3 hours later, we're rehosting again. Everyone's got a different thing. I know, I'm only going along with the joke. I know. In this mod, the Middle Baltic state has Russian accepted and conformed Germany. Oh yes, this is literally Courland in DoD. It's literally that. These rascals. We got rid of more rascals, that's good. Why do you only have one national focus? Really good question. I would have expected to have 2 after that. I've got 3 national focus points. I don't know. I wish I had another one. I don't know why I only have 1. It's shit. By the way, support the channel with a super chat or join the membership or gift the memberships. We are like 15, maybe more memberships off of another emote. It's going to be difficult to get the next emote. Here's the culture map mode that someone requested. Now, cultures are not localized with the endonomic names. Should they do that? Oh, I didn't ever realise they split Scotland between Scots Gaelic and Scottish. Never noticed them do that. I don't know if that's always been the case. There's a chunk of your pops are unaccepted natives. Yeah, but I do have enough. I thought I would have had enough actual accepted pops to get another national focus anyway. Well, that's interesting. The Finnish puppet has a Finnish name, but the actual provinces have Swedish names. Fuck, crazy, crazy. Viborg, Kotka, Helsingfors. It's something related to green forests. Why is Dobruja so Turkish? Don't know. I guess it's because it was Turkish. Can you explain the differences between Scot and Gaelic? Oh, that's mainly a linguistic divide between people who speak Gaelic and Scots people who speak English and Scots dialect. There's also a bit of a religious divide though. The Gaelic speakers are a bit more Catholic. But yeah. The Gaelic speakers are the more traditional Highlanders. That's another Kalimbo. This one is in Montes Claros. Montes Claros de Formingues. authentic Brazilian pronunciation. Does anyone still speak Gaelic? About 40,000 people. Jude, you know perfectly well I don't answer that question. You know that perfectly well. I know you're trying to be cheeky. Do we have any others? Any other Calimbos? Culture map of Brazil. Well, there you go. Amazonians here. A mix of Brazilian and Afro-Brazilian out here. Platinians down in Cisplatina, mostly, but there's some Brazilians there. What's your view on Brazilian independence? Good question. What's with all the romance novels featuring buff Scottish chards wearing kilts? Oh, it's just something women are into. I don't know. Fucking Outlander and all that. We got them. We got rid of the ones from Montes Claros. We got our second national focus. Let's go. Let's fucking go. We got a national focus. Rio de Janeiro has taken over as the most populous state. Let's get the clergy up in that. Let's fucking go. Vamos, Puja! Pujo, whatever the word was. Pujo. Vamos, Caralho! Caralho! Vamos, Caralho! However you would say it. Caralho. Pujo. Porra! Poha! Vamos, Poha! There you go. Fucking hell. Who is funnier, Outlander or Braveheart? Well, Braveheart is more of a silly romp, whereas Outlander tries to be a bit more serious and all that. And Outlander does actually do a lot of things to get things accurate. I don't want to say that orbital bird because I know what that means. I know it means I love or I want whatever Poha is. And I'm not exactly sure what that is. Poha. Poha. It just means... I mean, I know it's going to be a swear word. I don't know specifically which one it is. It's that? Really? I mean, that's a bit specific and disgusting for a swear word. I mean, words like fuck and shit, you know, those are the typical things, but that? Like they go, like a common Portuguese swear word is just that. Really? They just go around saying that all the time. It's used like that, but people don't mean it that way. It's also just a general swear word, but if you do nail down the meaning, it does mean that. Caralho is just dick. Well, that's more normal. I mean, you don't hear English speakers going around saying, "Oh, jizzing hell." We don't say it. That's weird from Portugal there and Brazil. What are you thinking? Why? The Uruguayan guy has become so fucking taken over by my country in Brazil that he's saying this sort of thing now. He used to hate us. He used to, when we were conquering Uruguay, he was like, no. And now he's going a bit too crazy over it. He loves us that much. I guess it does sound pretty good as a swear word, actually, when you think about it. The best one is this from... Oh, should I show you this? It's from the Day-to-Day British programme. If I can find it. It's a really unorthodox swear word that they came up with for comedy, but it's... Let's see if I can find it. What would it be? There's this one where he says something. I don't know if no one would really know, but was it the Day-to-Day or the other program that he had? Well, anyway, he says, show some self-recocking spect. He just puts that in there for some reason, and you don't hear that, and it's funny. But you wouldn't get it. It isn't as funny with me saying it. You have to hear him say it. But I can't find the clip that it's from. Show some self-recocking spect. But no one would actually say that. So what does that come out as in Brazilian or Portuguese there, Worm? Fish. What would that actually come out as? Worm. What would that be? I can't think of anything that would be. You mean if you translate it? Because you were telling me to say 3 words in English, and I thought, well, what does that sound like if in Portuguese if you say it? But if you translate them, oh, okay. A place in the sun on República de Nueva Granada, which is actually quite appropriate. But that's an American spearling. You know what? By the way, I'm not actually paying attention to the game much anymore. I think we should call the session here pretty soon, but I'm going to chat with you. I'm going to leave it pause and chat for a bit and we'll call it. But I'll come back on Sunday, okay? If you want to watch session 2 live, remember to catch it on Sunday, which is when I used to do my multiplayer campaign. Well, yeah, Marius, I know all about that banter, but I don't really want to sit and explain it. I mean, all these different countries in the British Isles, the Welsh, the Scots, and the English, we have our rivalries and our banter. And we have our little stereotypes for each other. As you would expect from any countries that are near each other and stuff like that. Was the MP campaign a success? By my own parameters, yes. It was a massive thing that brought YouTube multiplayer streaming back. Biggest peak viewer count ever, and at least on session 1. And of course, I mean, I have to say it was a financial success for the channel and for me. It was a successful thing. In terms of the Scandinavia in the campaign, as a gameplay, it wasn't that successful. It was a moderate success, did really well early, fell off in the mid game, survived in the late game to have a few good Great Wars. That's what it was, as a summary of the gameplay. And that was fine. That was fine. Did you have fun? In terms of fun, yeah. Yes, definitely a success in terms of fun. Absolutely. And the people that the people in the campaign, the banter, that was really good. The people were great, so that was fun in that regard. We had great banter. All those people were good. We only got Weevil for 1 session, and even then we didn't talk to him. I mean, Bad Frank was in it, but only for 2 sessions, and we didn't talk to him that much. Yet, you know, even after that, and with everyone else, it was still good. Still had lots of banter with other people. It was fine. All the people were great. Local was local, so we had that. Scandinavia tends to fall off as the Central Europeans unify. Yeah. So that was that campaign. Great success. And as I said, at some point in the future, I will do another multiplayer campaign. Not for a little while. I'm taking a break from the MP after that fucking 3-month campaign. Like a whole quarter of this year was taken up by that campaign. So we'll wait and see when I'll do the next one. It's just going to be when I feel it's right, when I see a good campaign with trustworthy good people being hosted that I want to sign up for. I'll stream that later down the line in a while. I could also do some one-off substitution streams or some Great War streams, maybe. What year did the campaign end in? I can't remember. 1920s? 1910s? When new Bavaria video? Friday. 2 days. I'm gonna get it finished tomorrow. It's, oh my god, it's so fucking good. Oh my god, it's so funny. You have no idea how funny it is. That's how I feel about every one of these later Bavaria episodes. They're just so fucking funny. I never, when I had this footage for all these years for the Bavaria series, I always knew it was going to be a good series. Thinking, yeah, this is my Germany run, this is good stuff. I remember winning a lot of wars. But I did not remember just how fucking good this was. The banter, the events of fucking part 22, for example. I never remember just how fucking good it was. How old is the campaign? About 2 years. Just over 2 years. Burgundy slide into madness. I kind of remember Burgundy. In terms of my own personal perceptions from the campaign and my memory of it, aside from what ended up happening in the videos, I kind of remember Chrono's Burgundy. I didn't really have any sympathies with it. I just remember... I remember that he was really loud. So, in that episode, part 12, you know the one where he really goes full Joker mode, right? Which one was that, 10 or 12? It was part 12, wasn't it? It's genuinely over, part 12. That was the one. That one was his descent into full-on madness and Jokerism. That's where I started editing him in as the Joker, so... Yeah, it is that one, right? I just want to talk about what I remember from it. Okay, well, I'll just have... Like, I know I think I'm right about the episode number, but no one in chat is there to confirm. So anyway, that episode, right? I remember playing that, and I remember the events of it. And I remember that Chrono was really loud, and his laugh throughout the episode was annoying for us at the time. So, the laugh that I edited into Joker in the video, for us it was kind of weird and annoying at the time. And at some point during that episode, I turned his volume way down on Discord because he was laughing so loud. Right? I mean, you might be able to tell that after that point, Chrono is much more quiet in the fucking videos because I turned him down on Discord so much during that fucking episode. But now, later in the campaign, I edit his volume up so that people can hear him because he's so quiet in my footage now. You know what I mean? So if there's ever a moment, I mean, this is really nitty-gritty details, but whenever you hear someone else talking at the same time as Chrono, he's usually much quieter than them because I had his volume down on Discord because of his obnoxious laughing in that part. Which I can now look back on and say was really funny, but at the time he was like nation ruining and laughing and being obnoxious and stuff. We were against him, so. But looking back on it, it was really great and funny, and he became the Joker. Anyway, hopefully you understand what I mean. Chronophobia. But then, as MK Ultra Fonder said, it was only 2 episodes after that one, part 12, where he became Joker, that we were fighting alongside him in the Hugbox Removal Squad. So he already had that great, amazing victory with us in part 14, which became fucking legendary. It's probably not as funny without the Joker gifts. No. Yeah, I've turned something that I guess people found annoying at the time into something quite lovable now. With the power of editing, and the power of being able to see the game from his point of view more now than I could at the time. It had all that, Captain Conway, and the thing is, it's not even over, and there are still crazy things to happen, and they will happen in part 26, they will happen in part 27, part 28, and maybe even more than that. It's still happening. For me, Aragon series is second to Bavaria, because it's how I found you. Bavaria series is the first live series I watched as it came out, yeah. Well, thanks. You may also like to go back and watch previous series as well, Chesapeake. There are, if you go back before the Aragon series and stuff, there are other ones out there, and you'll love them too. Well, I did just mention a few examples of parts, Nako. 26 coming out on Friday, then I have plans for maybe 27, maybe 28. But I cannot say exactly how long it'll be because I'm not exactly sure yet, and I don't want to spoil too far ahead anyway. You know? Rewatch the Muscovy series, rewatch the American Bloodbath, rewatch the Poland-Lithuania series, rewatch the Hungary Cinematic Universe, in order or not order. A lot of people, you know, I remember I could talk about the Hungry Cinematic Universe and my choice of how I uploaded that forever. I still think the way I uploaded the Hungry Cinematic Universe was just one of the most creative things I've done. I loved doing that. I loved uploading it the way I did, out of order. I'm trying to make it possible to watch that series in every order without explaining too many past events or recaps in every episode, just so they could each be independent. I still think back on that and just enjoyed the way I did that. And I don't think it's not as if I could do that with every campaign. That format only really worked with that Hungary campaign. For example, like in a lot of the episodes in the Hungry Cinematic Universe, people kept referring back to a Death War that we had from day one. But I didn't upload Death War 1836 until later, so people kept referring back to things, and I like to think that I built up a lot of anticipation and people wondering, what the fuck happened in 1836 that everyone keeps talking about, that everyone's rebuilding from? I think I built up anticipation for that. But then if you watch the series in chronological order, that's the first episode. You get to see the war first and then everything that happened after. Lead Brazil to goalie, stop stroking yourself. Listen, mate, I'm proud of my videos. And I did already say that we have stopped the actual gameplay and I will just chat for a bit and end the stream. Because I stopped paying attention and I want to come back fresh on Sunday. I've talked about that before though. I've talked about the Hungry Cinematic Universe order a lot on these streams, these types of single player streams. I always go back to that one, because I'm just so happy with it. Anyway, any video ideas for Bavaria? Oh, I've got stuff lined up for after Bavaria, believe me. I have great series lined up after Bavaria. Loads of shit. I do. Loads of stuff lined up. Do you enjoy casinos, Spud? No. The closest I've ever come to that is, well, I guess trading shit and fucking investing, but also Twitch channel point predictions, which are sadly gone. We don't have channel point predictions on YouTube. It's over. That's one of the few things I'll ever miss from Twitch, I suppose. The Bernard series is peak, yeah. The part 2 of the Bernard trilogy is similar to the sort of creative thing with the release order of the Hungary Cinematic Universe, where I edit it so I withhold information and withhold stuff and then reveal it later, which is very difficult to do when you're just fucking playing a game. It's not as if I'm editing a film. Got to be careful to conceal stuff. Anyway. But yeah, I also really like the Bernard trilogy because it's short. It's a short, snappy trilogy. It's not an entire series. How long ago has it been since the actual Bavaria sessions ended? About 2 years. Will you ever make another warband meme? I don't have any ideas for any of them. So yeah, we can sit here and jerk off about all these past series and videos, of course, and I love doing that, because I'm very happy with them. But don't get me wrong, I've got amazing stuff lined up for after the Bavaria series. And even the rest of the Bavaria series that I've got lined up is fucking amazing. And part 26 coming out on Friday, it's going to be really funny. And stuff. So, I don't know, the past on the channel is amazing, the present on the channel is amazing, and the future on the channel is amazing. It doesn't get better than this, folks. You only get this kind of stuff right here. What the fuck are those Bolivian borders? That's people searching for the ancient lost Incan cities of fucking Cochabamba, or whatever they're called. Little expeditions out into the rainforest. How many things do you have planned after Bavaria? Well, I don't have an actual number to put on it, but all I can say is vague things. Yeah, but they're out looking for the ancient Incan city of Cuchi Mama or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're called. But I can vaguely say that the stuff lined up is amazing. I guess I do have to finish the Canada. I mentioned this on a multiplayer stream actually, but I do have to finish the Canada thing, the independent videos of Canada series thing. The Great War from that is good. Lake Titicaca, that's right. Can we find that on the map? No, you can't really name lakes. Or you can't search for named lakes and stuff, I don't think. Like lake. Wait, you can? Oh, you can actually, but I guess whatever Lake Titicaca is, it's not on the map. Where is it anyway? It is a real place. Wait a minute, it fucking is there! What? It is! It is right there. What the fuck? It's because I have to search for Lake Titicaca. Titicaca itself doesn't work. Wow. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can read that. You can just make that out, right? It's dark writing. Hard to make out, but it is there. There it is. It's not over for you yet, chat. If you can't find the one, just come to this lake. You'll get plenty Titicacas out there, if that's what you're into. My favourite Vic 3 streamer. How many construction sectors are you building, my good sir? Good comment. Good comment. Don't remind me of that game though. But yeah, okay, right. We'll wrap things up. Thank you, everyone. I get that it says single player in the title, but is this multiplayer? Now, I hope for your sake that you're coming in with an intentionally trollish joke there, based on my past grievances with people coming in with stupid questions, and you're trying to wind me up with that one. Because if you're genuinely asking that, then you're a tard. But I hope you're not, for your own sake. It's not for my sake. No, he's asking, is this multiplayer? He's asking if we're playing multiplayer. I hope for your sake that you're joking, because if it's for my sake, I don't care. I'm fine. But if you're seriously asking that, then you have a problem. No, Weevil is Peru. Maybe we need a Weevil emote as the next emote, but we can't get that on the stream. We need a lot more memberships. I think a Weevil emote might be good, actually. Do you want the regular Weevil PFP, or do you want the soy Weevil? Now, you like the Joker Burgundy clips, right? But what about the soy Weevil that comes up whenever he makes one of his classic one-liners? I got to add content around the 1850s. I guess it all kicks off in the 1860s then. Well, no matter what happens in the 1850s, next session on Sunday, we're definitely going to keep building up. Maybe we'll try and go out there and colonize a bit of Africa to get closer to Portugal. Anyway. That was a very, very enjoyable stream. It was everything I wanted, which was just a nice, relaxing, enjoyable, chilled stream, talking to chat, having some fun TGC gameplay that was really interesting. It was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted out of the stream. So I'm looking forward to the next session that we're going to do on Sunday, which would have been the day that we would play that campaign. The Scandi campaign, which is over. Release Uruguay. It's okay. I'll release Uruguay from its status of being called Uruguay, and we're going to call it Transplatina, whatever it's called. Can't remember. Alright, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you to the mods who were there, even though we didn't need you. And moderators don't even have channel point predictions to do. They have literally nothing to do now. My Twitch mods, like, all they had to do was channel point predictions. We never had any problems. Now we don't even have that. But they should always be there just in case, because you never know. You never know. There's people lurking out there, chat, and I'm being serious. There are weird fucking people lurking around there. There actually are. But yeah, and you never know when they may show up. They may be even here now. Who knows? Oh, I wish sex bots were the only problem we had in X Viper. It was worse. Alright everyone, thanks everyone, and thank you so much especially to the Brazilians, I think including Worm, the TGC developer. Thank you to the TGC people for making the amazing mod and also for tuning into the stream. Mod, it's TGC. Brazil mentioned, it's been mentioned for the last fucking 3 hours. Haven't you been here? It's being mentioned on screen right now. Okay, right. Cheers everyone. Appreciate it. Had a great talk with you all in chat today. It's great to be back doing the single player to engage with you. Bye. See you later.